Good morning, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I can still hear the CBS News. Good morning, everybody. And like it or not, we're here. We're back. Show number 401. Let me see if she got it right on here. She did. Wow. Okay. I knew you would, Jackie. No question. Anyway, wasn't doubting your capabilities. Say, hey, Jim Weller here, and we are live. Where in the world are we? I have been everywhere this week. I can't even remember everything I've done this week. It's been a blur. But anyway, welcome to Weller Does Delmarva. Say it in that order. Weller Does Delmarva. Thank you for watching the show. We have been here every Saturday for 401 times live on TV and Facebook and YouTube. And we want to hear from you. Well, I'm going to let Colin do his thing first. Oh, can we take a quick picture?
Oh, yes.
This is for the new Dollar General flyer. We're going to buy an ad in the Lincoln Dollar General flyer promoting the show.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, TV Delmarva, real quick.
TV
I know we're
Delmarva.
going to talk about walls a little bit.
Okay.
But TV Delmarva, you're going to notice better signal, better
cleaner
looking
air.
picture, and things like that coming up
Why?
here soon. So we've ordered some new equipment.
Okay.
It should be here in a couple weeks, and
Okay.
I'll get installed as soon as I can.
Wow.
After
Will it
that.
be a noticeable difference?
It will be a noticeable difference. So maybe not on channel 14.1, but the other channels you'll notice a little better picture.
Okay. All right.
And you may have noticed a little better picture on TV Delmarva over the last couple of weeks. So
Okay.
our AMG TV that we're an affiliate of, they've upgraded some of their equipment.
I remember you talking about
Yep.
that.
So
right?
things are looking better on that end, and now we're going to
You're gonna
upgrade
be
some
doing
of our
some stuff,
equipment.
too.
Yeah. So
Wow.
they set
Never
the tone.
ends. They
Never ends. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The opportunity to
raised the
spend
bar.
money never ends. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you're looking to be an equipment sponsor, this was about
Oh,
for us
yeah.
about a $10,000
You
upgrade. So,
Golly day, Colin.
yep. So we're looking for sponsors for that. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested, we would like to talk to
You could be the
you.
studio sponsor or something.
You could be some kind of sponsor to help
some kind of sponsor
take care
Right.
of that. So
We
anyway,
need to have a marathon. Like, what's it called? Where we just
Oh,
take donations.
telethon.
Yeah.
telethon. Yes.
Yeah, I know a young lady that's used to working with those kind of things. In other words,
Answers phones, huh?
right. People call in and so on. So
Yeah.
that's what we should do. Raise a 6-month budget.
GoFundMe, right?
Well, GoFundMe charges you a chunk, from what I understand.
Well, if people give enough, it's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even when I do a GoFundMe now, like if I donate, it says, "Would you like to pay the fee?"
Oh,
So
okay.
the person, like if you
Can get the
donate
full
$500, they'll get the full $500,
Right,
not
yeah.
480 or something like that.
Right, whatever it is. Okay.
All right. So what else
Well,
is up with TV Delmarva or Wall Service Center?
Yeah, well, TV Delmarva, we're looking to add a couple more channels. So this is going to give us the ability to go to 8 channels. We have 4 now, so we're going to be able to double the amount of channels we have.
Wow.
And we're looking
Exciting.
for new channels for TV Delmarva. So we've got a couple of them out there we have some interest in, and we're talking with, and so we're
There should be a
getting the
local
information on
stock
them.
car channel. If you could get all the racetracks to work together.
That's a good idea.
You know it?
Yep.
And it would really be neat if there was somebody that was into it that would be willing to go to the different racers and do interviews or go to their shop and show what it's like to, what they do through the week to get their race car ready.
Right.
I went to the races last night and it made me think of
Right.
this could be televised to some degree.
Oh, I agree. I was thinking the same thing when I saw you there, and I've thought about it for a couple years that we could do that.
Right.
But
But there's so much
it's-
behind the scenes.
Exactly. So it just takes a lot of resources and a lot
it
of
takes
people.
interns.
Yeah, and
You
it
need
takes
a crop of interns.
It takes people, and a lot of times people want to get paid to be out
Right,
there working,
right.
and I don't blame them. So anyway, if you have any questions about TV Delmarva, or if you're looking to advertise, or if you want your own segment on TV
Yeah,
Delmarva,
that's
give me a call,
doable.
302-242-8015. Actually, give me a text until about 9 o'clock today.
Yes.
After that, I'll take a call, 302-242-8015. Any advertising needs, or even if you just have a question about how can I get TV Delmarva, I can answer that for you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to try the phone lines.
All right, do it.
All right. Anybody wants to talk to us this morning, say good morning. Want to be the first caller of the day? It's 422-7336. 422-7336. The phone lines are wide open. We'd like to hear from you, whether you're watching on YouTube or TV or Facebook. And if you're watching on Facebook, if you would hit the share button, anything you could do to let people know more about the show. We're all in this together, and we're trying to let as many people know about it as possible. I've had a busy week. It's been a blur. We're prepping for the radio now. I need to get my shirt straight, make sure everything looks good. We're going to go live on the radio here in just a minute, Delaware 1059. And we thank you, everybody, for tuning in the show. It's a very busy day, and we are on the air. I did hear it. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, so good morning, good morning, good morning. Lawrence is back at the controls. Thank you very much, Lawrence, for all your help. I think we're going to do a collage here in a minute and talk about the different things that are going on. And then I'm going to tell you about a great big auction that's happening today, a today-only offer. So we got different guests going to be on. We got guests in person. We've got some phone calls going to happen, and so on. Are you guys ready for the collage? If you are, I am. So this is a brief segment of what's going to be on, and we're actually going to pose for a picture while the collage is rolling.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Pastor Lou Pisapia, Weller's Mike Sandoe, TV Delmarva's Colin Wall, Greenwood Mennonite's Billy Johnson, and Delaware State Park's Tom Summers. We are live from Laurel Junction in Laurel, Delaware. Here's your host, Tim Weller.
And we got some different things that are going to happen today. We might even break out the prize wheel. We don't know what we're going to do. Got lots to talk about and chit-chat about. But first of all, I want to just let you know that Wilson's Auction, this is the auction that I spoke of a minute or so ago, is having a huge auction today. Man, if you go to wilsonsauction.com and just scroll through some of the pictures of what they've got in Lincoln today, it's mind-boggling. There's some really neat stuff. I actually saw a lot of old, like not dollar bills, but some of them were dollar bills, but bills, you know, like currency. That's going to be auctioned off. And just lots of different things going on at Wilson's. They've got appliances, they've got furniture, they've got building supplies, they've got all kinds of general merchandise, and that's on Route 113 in Lincoln. Starts today at 10 o'clock this morning. Inside, outside, it is a huge, humongous audience. So we thank Dave Wilson and Wilson's Auction for their support of the show. This is like a sponsor of the show. But today also over in Cordova, Maryland, okay, just across the line, Cordova, Maryland, starting at 10 o'clock this morning, is another auction of the short all building supply and hardware. So first of all, everybody knows lumber has went up and went up and went up. So if you want to buy some lumber today at your price, you set the price you want to pay. They have tons of lumber, a large assortment of spruce, pine, fir, like 2x10s and 12s, and some of them are 12-foot long and 18-foot long, and cedar and plywood and all kinds of wood. Brand new. This was a lumber yard. All right. All kinds of hardware store inventory, tools, building supplies, everything. So if you have an interest, if you're doing some remodeling, if you're a contractor and you want to get yourself some bargains, that is today in Cordova, Maryland, starting at 10 o'clock. It's called Short All Building Supplies in Cordova, Maryland, is liquidating all of their inventory. So Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, they have an auto auction at Wilson's in Lincoln. So you can buy and sell just like a dealer does, in other words. So that's every Tuesday night. So if you got something you want to sell in the way of a vehicle, they'll help you turn it into cash. So Wilson's Auction, how do you learn more? Go to their website, which is wilsonsauction.com. And their phone number is 302-422-3454, 422-3454. And they're very, very active on Facebook. And mark your calendar for Memorial Day. Man, what a sale they're going to have. They've got vehicles. They've got a really nice Camaro. I think it's a convertible. I have a little bit of an interest in that. You know, you never know. And a lot of low-digit tags also. So check out wilsonsauction.com, and you can see all the upcoming auctions and a lot of the pictures. But today in Lincoln, this afternoon, tonight in Lincoln, it's going to go all day and into the evening. And then also in Cordova, Maryland today at Short All Building Supplies. They are closing up and liquidating everything they have. Now, my next guest is Pastor Lou, okay? And I am not going to try to say his last name because I get embarrassed when I can pronounce Pisapia.
Yes.
So anyway, Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jim. How are you today?
Good. We had you on a month or so ago, I think it was.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good. And
Did you get any feedback from being on?
Yes, we did.
What did people say?
We had
You got a
couple
face for
people
radio?
that heard of, some of the segment that we did.
Okay.
And
Right.
I believe we even had a visitor.
Really?
From the church, yeah.
Okay.
from that, so that was nice.
Was it a good visitor? They started trouble or
Everybody's
anything?
a good visitor.
Okay. just
In
checking.
church.
Okay. So we're talking about a church in Lincoln, Cornerstone Church.
Absolutely. Lincoln Cornerstone Church.
Lincoln Cornerstone Church.
Yes.
It's got a nice, quiet country setting.
It is. It's very
And,
quiet.
It's
but
very quiet.
Sundays, we kind of
Crank it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you're the pastor.
I'm the pastor, and I just came on today. I just wanted to give a little encouragement as a church.
Okay.
We've been going through 1 Corinthians.
Okay.
We go right through the book.
Okay.
And we happen to be in chapter 13, which most people know as the love chapter.
Okay.
But there's one piece of scripture in there that really kind of people kind of tend to overlook. It's right at the end of verse 5, and it says, love does not account for a wrong suffered. And I got to tell you, Jim, I think there's a lot of folks out there today that are kind of walking around with resentment or unforgiveness in their heart. And I got to tell you, I just want to encourage everybody to have a little talk with God about this. When we can release that resentment, that unforgiveness, it just makes life so much more joyful.
It lightens your load.
It does.
Right.
It does. It's amazing. And so I just wanted to encourage everybody, maybe who are struggling with unforgiveness, has resentment in their heart, to kind of have that talk with God. Mm-hmm. And ask him to kind of take that away, and maybe even go to that person who wronged you and say, "Hey,
I forgive you.
let's put this in the past and move
Right,
forward."
right.
Because there's a lot of that going on in the world today, and we need less of it.
Right. We need to let go and grow.
There you go. Exactly.
You got to let go to grow.
Yeah, and everybody's seeking joy and peace and happiness, and that's one hindrance, a big hindrance to that joy
Right.
and peace and happiness. So. Just wanted to encourage everybody.
Well,
this
that's
week.
a good idea.
Absolutely.
So, Lou, I'm going to say I forgive you for any ought you've done. No, I
I
don't even know
forgive
you
you
that
too.
well.
I forgive you too.
But it's hard for people to forgive one another. In other words,
it is.
It's really that simple. And I mean, you have to sincerely forgive
yeah.
the person. But
Yes.
it's usually when you got ought or aggravation with somebody, you really kind of down deep do want to forgive them.
No doubt.
You really you want to be done with it. You want
Yes.
you want to get away from it. But
Yeah.
and I have learned in life, and I know this might not work for everybody, but I can tell when I've truly forgiven somebody because I quit talking about it.
There you go.
In other words, I quit bringing it up. In other words, if I have a scenario or a situation with somebody, I'll be telling somebody the story or they're bringing it. But then one day I realized I don't even bring it up anymore.
Yeah, it's
and that's
gone.
when I know I've
Gone.
truly
Exactly.
dealt with it and it's over with.
When I was kind of studying this scripture, there's a gentleman named Warren Wiersbe, and he wrote about this, and he said there was a gentleman that he knew that wrote down all the wrongs that people did
Ooh,
with him.
that's keeping track. Ain't it?
And he said he was the most miserable man he's ever seen. And so I would just encourage everybody to kind of let it go, and let's move forward in love and peace and comfort and just enjoy life.
Right. And forgive like we would like to be forgiven.
Absolutely. Exactly right.
So tell us about your church. Is it open every Sunday?
It's open every Sunday, 9:30. We usually have about an hour service.
Okay.
So we preach right out of the Bible, as I just explained, and we sing out of the hymnal. Very simple, very comfortable, relaxed setting.
Okay.
And just a great group of loving people. I do want to kind of touch base, Jim. We're doing the third Sunday of every month.
Okay.
Except June, because that's Father's Day, and we don't.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing that the second Sunday at 6:30 p.m.
Oh,
We're going to
okay,
be
in the
having
evening.
some local Christian artists come, and we're just going to praise and worship with music. We'll have a little devotional, and it'll be neat. This week, tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m., we're having Joyful Noise 2.
Really?
We're going to be there. Wayne Gober and Marianne Silvestri, really wonderful, awesome people. And then we have
So a real informal
Yes.
get together, just
Yep.
come as you are, relax,
singing,
fellowship.
praise. We'll
Right.
have a little devotional.
What a good
kinda
way to end the
intermission.
week and start the week.
Absolutely. And then we're having Walking Miracle Ministries coming, Heaven for Sure. Dave Morgan's coming one night.
I know the Dave Morgan guy.
Yeah, so
He's good.
you know, we're really excited about it, and just looking forward
So
to
this
relaxing.
is kind of something new you're starting.
Yeah, we're starting it tomorrow night, so we're really excited
Yeah.
about it.
I do need you to hold that. Did you get that? Good, thanks. Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. And what about children? What about children at your church? So
Well,
do they,
I am a firm believer of having children in the church service.
Okay.
Always have been, and I just love it when I think they just bring a new dynamic into the
Okay.
building.
Okay.
We don't have a children's ministry just because
Okay.
we're not that big.
But
of a
children
church.
are welcome.
Oh, absolutely. Love
Okay.
them. Love
Okay.
them. Love to have them. Love to have them cry,
Okay.
laugh,
Okay.
sing, and it's just a beautiful thing. So
Okay.
bring your children.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Sunday mornings, what time?
9:30.
9:30.
Yep.
And then it's once a month.
Yep.
And it's actually tomorrow.
Tomorrow
is
night, yeah.
Tomorrow
Our
night's the
first.
first one.
Yeah.
So if you've been COVID cooped up and you just want to
Yeah,
do
get out,
something,
do
and
something.
rub elbows
Yep.
and relax and laugh and sing and praise the Lord, it's for everybody.
That's what we're for. And you can visit us at LincolnCornerstoneChurch.org. All the artists are on there.
Oh, okay.
We're on Facebook, Lincoln Cornerstone
Do they have to
Church.
sign up or anything to come?
No.
Just come.
We are doing it. It's a free thing.
Okay.
We are taking a love offering for the
Okay.
artists to help their ministry
Sure,
continue.
sure.
So everything goes to the artist. And
Oh,
so
wow.
That's really a nice thing.
And where is the church?
10622 North Union Church Road.
All right.
Kind of out of the way, but you can put it in your GPS and find us.
Right. It's a nice, quiet country setting. In
It
other
is.
words,
It's awesome.
It's kind of cozy.
Yeah.
In other words, you know.
It is. Yeah.
All right. And how's Lou doing?
Lou is busy.
Busy?
yeah,
Okay.
busy with church, with my business and family, and but God is still good though.
Yes,
And,
he is.
He provides. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, or?
No, I think that's it. I think we covered just about everything. So hopefully
did good.
everybody's encouraged by our scripture this morning. Hopefully we'll have some folks join us tomorrow night and or tomorrow morning.
Or tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
9:30,
there you
every
go.
Sunday
Yeah,
morning.
Every Sunday morning.
And plenty of parking?
Yeah, we actually have somebody across the street who opens up their
Really?
pasture for us.
That's nice.
They clean it up first.
Okay, every
But,
week?
Yeah, they open the pasture for us, so there's parking right across the street. It's really kind of nice, and just shows you how
The
God
neighborhood's good
God
with it.
works there, and they love
Yeah.
having us there. So it's awesome.
So everybody's welcome.
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
All right, and that's Lincoln Cornerstone Church.
Yep, absolutely.
On what road again?
10622 North Union Church Road, Lincoln, Delaware 19960.
19960.
You know that one.
I do. Yeah. It's the only church in the neighborhood.
It is. It's the only church in the neighborhood we'd be on the west side of Lincoln.
Right.
Yeah. So
Pretty good.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you unless you
Thanks
had
a
anything
lot.
else.
Nope, we're
Before
good,
you
Jim.
go,
Yes.
you go, would you like a couple gift cards to Vanderbilt's?
I'll take a couple.
Okay.
I still got the ones you gave me, but I'm going to give
Really?
them out tomorrow night at church. That's what I'm going to do with them.
Are you
How's
really?
that? Yes.
Well, here, I'll give you a few extra to give out then,
Thank you
okay?
so much, yeah.
All right. Well,
Thanks
have
a
a
lot.
good time tomorrow night.
All right, Jim, take
If
care.
you see anybody I know, tell them hi.
We'll do.
Okay. All right. Next, I think we have somebody on the telephone. Caller, are you there?
I am here, Jim.
Is this Senator Brian Pettyjohn?
It is. How are you doing this morning?
Real good. How you doing?
Good, good.
You got something coming up, I believe. It's Monday?
I do. Monday night on the Circle, we're doing a law enforcement appreciation rally.
Okay.
7 o'clock from 7 to 9 on the Circle in Georgetown. Going to have, some of my colleagues speak, about law enforcement, some members of the public, and then some members of law enforcement speak about, the job that they do and some of the things that they go through on a day-to-day basis. But with everything that's going on in the world right now, we need to make sure that law enforcement knows that the community, the community here definitely has their back and supports the work, the good work that good law enforcement does, in our communities here.
So this is open to the public, anybody,
Yes.
doesn't matter. And
Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter, how you're dressed, just come and show your support for the men and women of law enforcement on Monday night, 7 o'clock on the Circle.
right on the Circle. And do they bring their own chair, or?
If you want to sit down, you can bring your chair. If you want to stand up, you can bring your own shoes. That's completely up to you.
Bring your own shoes. I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And so this is this Monday, and we really want to encourage people to get out. We live in a climate where the law I call them the peace officers, need to know we got their back. We support them.
They do. I mean, you look at the news, and if you just go by what's on the national news, our law enforcement may question whether or not the community support them. But you get out here into the actual communities, you talk to people, and the support for law enforcement in our area is tremendous.
Right.
And they see that, and they know that, and they appreciate it. And this is just something to show that the appreciation that we all have for them.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a wonderful thing. Do you do this every year, or is this the first time, or?
I had one last year.
Okay.
I had one last summer. I believe it was in the June time frame. But this is National Law Enforcement Month. Where we recognize law enforcement, the sacrifices that the men and women make of law enforcement make, so that they can keep our community safe. So that's why I wanted to have it this month. And I think we're going to have this on a recurring basis in the month of May moving forward.
Well, I want to encourage people to go. It's a good thing. Bring the kids, the grandkids. You're going to get to meet some of your local police, agencies and different people, and just shake their hand and tell them you appreciate them. I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing, Brian. Thank you for doing it.
No, absolutely, Jim. Appreciate you having me on this morning, and thank you for what you've done. In keeping Corporal Heacook's memory alive, and what the terrible tragedy that happened to him, and what you did on your billboard, and having the bike riders over there at your billboard yesterday.
That was good.
Appreciate that.
Can I ask you an unrelated question?
Absolutely.
How's the kitchen project coming?
Okay. So, as if you were listening last week, you knew that we had a flood. The fans and the blowers, the dehumidifiers are all out, and we're in the process of removing all of the existing flooring now, so that we can put the new flooring and get everything matched and down. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a freight train,
right?
But there is starting to be light at the end of the tunnel now.
All right. Well, good. Well, I hope you can get all the supplies you need to finish it in a timely manner.
I hope so as well, and I'm sure my wife does also.
Right.
She can get back in there.
All right.
Happy wife, happy life.
No doubt. Keep that in mind forever. So, well, good. Well, anyway, Brian, I appreciate you, and I'll see you Monday night at 7 o'clock on the Circle in Georgetown.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Have a great
See
weekend.
you. All right. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that is our friend Brian Pettyjohn. He's actually a senator. You wouldn't even know it. The dude is so helpful and kind and just a good community-spirited individual who just wants to help anybody and everybody. So Monday night on the Circle in Georgetown, Delaware. Let's get out and show our support. Listen, we're inside of Laurel Junction, and Chef Fred's Cafe is right here. And, man, we've got a menu like you wouldn't believe. I'm going to try one of these pizzas one of these days. But there's just a lot going on here. So if you're hungry, get up and come on down here and have breakfast. In other words, everybody that comes says, wow, it's really good. It's made from scratch, good quality food. They actually have this morning, they have a special for $4.99, 2-piece strawberry French toast. 2-piece strawberry French toast right here in Laurel Junction, okay? So anyway, with that said, that's Chef Fred's, all right? You can come here breakfast, lunch, dinner, 7 days a week if you want to. Now, what else is going on with the show? I had said we're going to have a little bit of fun today, and we might break out the prize wheel, but I want to do a sponsor segment real quick, and this is for my friend Jerry Santoro, okay? People say, Jim, you're friends with all the people that you have on the... Yeah, it's my show. I'm only going to invite people I get along with. So I'm just letting you know that Jerry Santoro does lawn care. So if you own a business or a residential, you need some lawn care, you need help with even an irrigation system like a sprinkler system. He does that. He also does pavers, lots of different things. So if there's anything Jerry can help you with, mulch, and more mulch, if you don't want to buy it by the bag and put it in your car and deal with all that, and you just want him to bring you a trailer load of mulch and dump it in your yard, he can do that. If you want to go get it with your own vehicle at his place, he can do that. So there's so many different things that he has to offer. His name is Jerry Santoro. He also does tree work. He can trim up a tree, cut down a tree. You got a stump, he can grind it up, he can dig it up. He does He can dig footers and foundations. He even has a bucket truck. So there's all kinds of things he does, and he even has firewood, all right? So who in the world am I talking about? Who is this famous Jerry's Lawn Care? It's Jerry Santoro. He's from Greenwood, good family man. His phone number is 302-363-6025. That's 302-363-6025. It's JLC-LLC.com on the web. Jerry Santoro. Jerry, thanks for your support of the show. One more sponsor that I love to brag on is Dr. T and Dr. Bud, Peninsula Chiropractic Center. People say, man, I've never heard of a guy being so happy with a chiropractor. Listen, if you ever need chiropractic care, when you need it, you're not feeling good. You're not feeling right. You've got a twitch or a pain or, something just doesn't feel right. So whether you got a pain in your neck or your shoulder or your elbow or your knee or whatever, they can help you get the kinks out, okay? They're very friendly. They're very accommodating when you call. They'll try to work you in on your time schedule as best they can. They accept most insurances, and I just really like dealing with them. And I always feel better in two ways when I leave there. Number one, the adjustment usually helps me I always feel results immediately. Not everybody does, but I do. But the fellowship, just the conversation, how are you doing? It's like a wellness center. You feel good from the minute you walk in the door to all the different people you interface with. They all care about you, and they're there for you. It's called Peninsula Chiropractic Center. 2 chiropractors. One is Dr. T, Dr. Trillia, and the other one is Dr. Bud, okay? So no matter who you get, you'll be blessed by either one of them. What is their phone number? 302-629-4344. 629-4344. It works best if you dial it in that exact order, 302-629-4344. Been there over 30 years. And on top of that, they're on Facebook. So check them out there. Very, very active on Facebook. Weller's Utility Trailers is going to be open today. And Laurel Junction is open. If you were here right now, outside, there are tons of vendors. I don't know if there's hundreds or thousands, but there's a lot of people here. Inside, outside, everywhere. There's stores, there's a restaurant, there's a convenience store, there's all kinds of things being sold. So if you have a garage full of stuff or you have a business and you have a lot of products, you just want to turn them into cash, you can rent 4 tables for one money. So for $20 a day, so you can just rent it for Saturday or Sunday or both. For $20 a day, you get 4 tables to use. You don't have to bring your own tables, just bring your stuff, okay? And you call Diane, and what's Diane's number? Everybody wants to know her number. Here we go. It's 302-841-5864, 841-5864. Call her right now and talk to her about renting space at Laurel Junction. Any questions you have, 841-5864. She is just waiting for your phone call. So if you would be kind enough to just call her and say, good morning, Diane, you're doing a great job. We'd love to see you on Jim's show. That's what we need to do, is we need to encourage her to join us on the show. So I need your help doing that, okay? Give Diane a call right now. In a few minutes, we're going to take a break. It's 7:30. When we do, we take a break from the radio, and I don't want you to miss anything. So if you would be kind enough to switch over to TV Delmarva, or just look up Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook, because Colin and I are going to talk about some different things, and we don't want you to miss any of that. Weller's Utility Trailers will be open at 8. I hear the music. We're taking a break from the radio. We'll be back on the radio, but we don't stop on TV Delmarva or Facebook. All right. I'm going to mute my mic, but I'm going to let Colin get started first because I'm going to cough, okay?
Oh.
So you go ahead and start talking, and I'm going to try this little gizmo, all right?
Okay, let's
All right,
hear.
you
Let's
go
see
ahead.
if he coughs.
All right, here we go.
All right. So Wall Service Center. We're talking about Wall Service Center today, Jim. You have the old envelope that we got. I wish we still could get these. We can no longer get these. They're really nice. No, you don't have to hold it.
Oh, right.
It's called a latching. I was informed.
This
it's
is
a
off.
latching.
Here we go. Yep, it works.
Yes.
Okay. It's the neat. I'll explain it in the Mid-South audio segment. All right.
So, yeah, Kevin explained it to me. It's called a latching switch.
Okay.
So when you push it, it turns off.
Oh,
and you have
really?
to push it again to turn it on.
Okay.
So it latches
All right.
in that position.
All
So
right.
anyway,
Okay.
This is the old envelope. I wish we could still get these. And it kind of explained our roadside assistance coverage at
Right.
Wall Service Center and the Consumer Assurance Program. Consumer Assurance is pretty much your warranty.
Right.
Is what it is. But we've got these nice brochures. Did you notice the feel of that?
Well,
It's
felt
not-
like cardstock.
Exactly. It's not
Right.
some little papery.
Oh, no,
thing
no.
that's gonna-
It looks like it will hold up in my glove box.
Exactly. And
be there when I need it.
When you grab this is just an indication of how AC Delco thinks.
Does things. Yeah.
Right. They do things like this. Good quality. You know what I mean? And I mean, they build cars.
Right.
It's a General Motors company. So, they've got to do stuff the right way. And so this is, when I grabbed it, I was like, wow, this is just another indication.
Wasn't flimsy.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So what it says in here, and you're going to get this anytime you have work done at Wall Service Center, anything from an oil change on up, you're going to
Right.
get free roadside assistance.
Yep.
For 1 year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's from AC Delco, so we're partnered with AC Delco, but it's actually administered by another company you might have heard of. They've been around a couple years. It's called
Right.
Allstate. Yeah.
100 years.
I'm not sure about Allstate, how long they've been around, but maybe
Okay.
100.
Well, AC Delco.
AC Delco, 100 plus years.
Okay.
Yeah. So Allstate has been around a long time. Wall Service Center has been around a long time. We've got you covered.
Good
This is
people,
pretty much it.
good parts, good relationships.
Exactly, yeah. And we do have a good relationship with our parts supplier, too. So if there's any issue, it's not an issue.
Right. It's not
We
an
can
issue.
take care of it. We can get it taken care of. And if you're looking for dependability, reliability, and good quality stuff done right the first time, Wall Service Center, give us a call, 302-422-8110, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5.
Okay. Now I'm going to use my version of explaining what he just said.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I like about this little roadside assistance thing. Here's what I like. Say you're getting ready to take a trip sometime this summer.
Okay.
And you've been getting your oil changes over here. In other words, just over here. And all they do is do an oil change. Okay. At Wall Service Center, all they do is do an oil change. They do the oil change. Then they got the little checklist that they do. Then you get this for free. And what I like about this, and I have fairly new vehicles, but I find comfort in it, is I now have an 800 number that no matter where I'm at, I don't have to say, oh, I wonder who the local repair shop is,
Right.
or how would I get somebody to come change my tire or something. And this is just a free gift that you give out to anybody that gets any service work done that's an oil change or greater.
Right.
Like a set of wiper blades doesn't qualify for
Well,
this.
and even
So-
though you have newer vehicles,
Right.
you could still leave the key on.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
drain
you're
the
sitting there
battery.
and drain the battery,
Yes.
and
Yep,
and need a jump start,
Or have a
and
flat
that comes in-
tire, or
exactly, yeah.
accidentally lock the keys in the car.
accidentally run out of gas.
Right. So I like it. And it's just a gift that Colin gives all of his customers. It's not an obligation. It's a gift that he gives. It's a roadside assistance program for free. Some people pay as much as $99 a year for something like that. So,
Well, some people pay more than that, I think.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
you get it for free and when you get an oil change. So
Yep.
that was my version
and the phone
of it.
number
Okay.
is horribly hard to remember.
Oh my gosh. It's
800 AC
1-800.
Delco.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Jim.
Colin.
See ya.
All right. I need a phone call. Now, I had one phone call, right? We haven't had any other phone calls. So, is there anybody out there that wants to give us a call? I've had a heck of a week. So, this week I've done a lot of interesting things, and I've never had so many people get mad at me and talk bad about me as I have had this week. I've had more than in a year's time, I probably have 5 bad deals in a whole year, maybe 10. So I deal with thousands of transactions and so on and millions of dollars in a year, and I bet I don't have 5 bad deals in a year. The past week has been a rough week. We did something very interesting. I have a billboard in Ellendale, and I had somebody reach out to me and say, I have a message that I want to put on your billboard. How much does it cost? So this was not my idea. So anyway, it basically says something like this. I can't even remember exactly. It says, Joe. It has a picture of Corporal Hecook, who was savagely beaten to death, okay? And it says, Joe, say his name. And then it says, Corporal Keith Hecook. I have had so many people hate that. And I can't get over how people hate the police. I almost feel like playing the messages, the voicemails I've got on the show. I ought to do that. I ought to name names. I ought to just read the emails people have sent me, play the voicemails they've left me. It's sad. And I want to say this. If you don't like me or don't like what I do, that is A-OK. I will try to do better. but this was really somebody else's idea, but it's been a great thing. And what they're saying is a gentleman was killed in the state of Delaware. The president of the United States resides in the same state, actually has a house in Sussex County, Delaware, and has not, to this day, publicly recognized that this man was killed in the line of duty. And it's just, it just speaks volumes for how we are politically right now, not wanting to support the police. And when you heard Senator Brian Pettyjohn earlier, and he's having a rally on Monday night, it's because our local police officers are just human beings that wake up, get ready for work, and want to come home at the end of the day. And that's really no more than that. They're just doing a job. So I apologize for anybody I offended, and I pledge to do better, but it's a good message. That's all I'm saying. All right. You know what else is offensive? The word Jesus. That's another thing that highly offends people, you know. So I'm just really having a roll of people being mad at me, and I've not had that in a long time. So Jim Weller here. We're back on the radio, and we're talking about the billboard in Ellendale. The billboard in Ellendale that somebody had an idea. We put their message up. They paid to have it put up, and it's got a lot of people riled up. We mean no harm. I am not bashing the president. I mean, we mean no harm. But we just want to encourage you, if you don't have anything good to say, maybe don't say anything. And if I have upset you in advance, I apologize. Because if I haven't upset you now, before my life is over, there's a high probability, you know, it could happen. So with that said, it's just bothered me because in a year, I don't have much of this stuff, you know, and it's been a rough week as far as that. Okay, I actually think our next guest is going to be on, but real quick, I want to do a sponsor segment. I think that's Mike calling in. So anyway, I just want to say that I want to say thanks a lot to one of my sponsors, which is George Luff, my accountant, by golly. We just talked to him yesterday because our taxes needed to be done. Our personal taxes, I think they needed to be done by Monday. So we got all our taxes done. Very happy. Didn't know as much as I thought, but it was way more than I wanted to pay. So if you need an accountant, whether it's for your personal stuff or whether it's for your business or whatever you may need, I am very, very happy with Luff and Associates. They're located in Milford and Dover and Rehoboth, and they've been doing my work for years and years and years. And I really appreciate you, George, and Tyler and Team Luff. They take care of all kinds of things. They also help us with our payroll. They have a system called Easy Payroll. We've been dealing with them for a few years on that also. So if you need an accountant, whether it's for personal or business, if you need any help with taxes or tax-related things, you filed an extension or you need to file an extension, they will help you out in any way. And if you own a business and you have payroll-related questions or needs, they will help you with that. So anyway, what is their name? It's Luff, L-U-F-F. In fact, on the web, it's luffcpas.com. Phone number is 302-422-9699, 302-422-9699. Tell them I sent you. They'll take good care of you. Anything in the accounting world you need. Now, I don't know if we got connected or didn't get connected, but we are going to talk to Mike Sandoe. Is he there? All right. So, Mike, can you see me okay, Mike?
Yeah, I believe we can see you, yes.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Excellent.
Well, good.
I am wonderful, wonderful.
All right. And where are you and what's going on? All right. Is Mike on camera? I don't know. Okay. All right. Oh, I see you there. All right. So, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, Jim. How are you?
Good. Now, we've been getting trailers in every day this week, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We have. We're over here with the enclosed trailers at the moment. We have a bunch of 5x10s and 6x10s, 12s. They're all lined up right here, ready for the small homeowner, small contractor, ready for the taking.
Wow. We got a lot more than we had a week ago.
That is correct.
Man,
And they are rolling in 3-4 a day.
yeah, isn't that nice?
Yes, it is. We get people calling us from Pennsylvania, New Jersey now, New York. They're coming in from all over.
Now, how did they hear about us?
Word of mouth. We had a gentleman yesterday come down from Wilmington, and he was referred to us by a previous customer.
Really?
Yeah, firefighter.
Okay. So
We
what's
thanked him for his service.
something interesting you've sold lately?
Something interesting that I've sold lately. Well, we sell it from small to large.
All right.
A large dump trailer down to the little 5x8 landscape trailers.
Now, did we just sell a big 26-foot enclosed to somebody that came a distance the other day?
I believe so. Yes, we did.
Yeah. And so are most of our customers coming a long distance?
I don't know about most, but definitely a fair share. I would say at least half of them come at least 2 hours.
Isn't
I have
that
a
something?
customer coming over first thing this morning from Annapolis.
Okay. And what's the draw? Why are they coming?
Selection. Our knowledge, our friendliness, all the things that people want to experience when they purchase something.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. All right, what else do I need to know?
Well, you mentioned the 26-footer. Right on the heels of that 26-footer leaving here, we got two brand new 24-footers.
Oh, just came in.
Just came in.
Wow, they're sitting out over there all by themselves.
All by themselves right now. So, like I said, we have a lot of 5x10s, 6x10s. We have about a dozen 6x10s, over a dozen 12s. And they're all parked right here in the line and ready to be shown. So if you have a small landscape business, great for hauling your zero turns, your riding mowers, your weed whackers, all your lawn care equipment, portable garage right there in front of you, or shed.
Hey, have we ever had a customer follow the truck into the parking lot as trailers are being delivered or sheds?
Absolutely.
Oh, for real?
Absolutely. We sold a dump trailer about 2 hours before the trailer actually arrived here.
Really?
All the technical information, absolutely.
He bought it sight unseen.
Sight unseen. He's been researching it, calling up and down the East Coast, and he knew what he wanted, and he knew we were getting it, and he went ahead and he was waiting for the trailer literally to unload it.
Wow. Well, very good. All right. Well, give us some numbers and websites, and then I'm going to cut you loose.
Wellers.com, www.wellers.com, 302-337-8228.
Okay.
302-337-8228. Come on in, ask for Rosa, Jimmy, Chuck, myself. All of us will be happy to help you out in any way we can.
Okay. I'm going to leave you, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Have a wonderful show.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye. All right. Next, let me do one more sponsor segment. And this is going to be from Mid-South Audio. Oh, we're doing a picture. I'm sorry. It's picture time. I feel like I'm in high school. I get these pictures every week. It's kind of cool. I can't stop talking. All right, Mid-South Audio. This is a sponsor of the show. Kevin Short has hooked me up with a new gizmo. So, Kevin, if you're watching, I'm going to demonstrate this. This is a foot pedal. And what's it for? It's for when I get to coughing and hacking, I push this button. It's a coughing and hacking button. So anyway, I'm just saying, and I push it like this. Are you ready? So anyway, it is the neatest thing. I don't know if Kevin invented this or not, and I'm being told you're supposed to use your foot to push it. But I like having, in other words, I can just turn my mic off. So I need one for my guests too, so I can mute them and my callers while I'm at it. But oh no. See, it works just like that. So anyway, I just want to say thank you, Kevin, for your wisdom, your ability to supply me with some really interesting gizmos and things. And it's Mid-South Audio is who I'm talking about. So if you are in a band or your church needs something done or you are involved with a town that's trying to Zoom meetings or an organization, audio, video, lighting, sound, anything you need done. Or if you just want to lay down your own track, you want to record something. I'm going to make a recording one of these days. It's called MidSouthAudio.com on the web. Phone number 302-856-6993. Open 6 days a week. Open today from 10 to 2. It's like an electronic superstore for this kind of stuff. It's in Milton, Delaware. It's next to the post office. I like to describe it as across the street from the great big pile of firewood. But Kevin likes to say it's next to the post office. So either way, 856-6993, MidSouthAudio.com. Now, what's up? Oh, you got the billboard. Okay, this is the newest thing that has caused people to hate me. So here we go. Are you ready, ready? This is what our billboard looks like. So the radio audience cannot see this, okay? But it is a message that somebody asked me to put up on the billboard, was willing to pay me to do so, and I did it. And so many people have been appreciative, and so many people are like, I will never, ever, ever deal with you again. And I have to say, I tell them, I say, now, are your friends like you? Oh, yeah, my friends are like me. Do your friends think like you? Yes, they do. Well, then I have one request of you. If you're never going to deal with me again and your friends are like you, tell all your friends also, okay? And here's what I've learned. I've learned this. If a person's going to get upset, it's always best that they get upset before they do business with you. But, folks, I'm not here to just throw customers away. I'm here to say that you enjoy your free speech. The gentleman that wanted the ad on the billboard also enjoys his free speech. So with that said, I'm going to switch gears and get off of this subject maybe, and I'm going to talk to Scott Hamilton. Is that right?
Good morning. Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is his mic on? Oh, what did you just do? That was my props. Did he take that down? The caution tape? I put it up there on purpose. All right. So Scott Hamilton, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Jim?
Good. Now, I had somebody ask me, did you ever ice skate?
No, not me.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know.
I just got asked out in the lobby though.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
So I told him I told him I don't ice skate, but I fall very well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. And I learned something about you the other day I'm going to share in a minute. But you were the gentleman who was our pilot, and your son, Nathan, was with you.
Yes.
And it was a great experience. So I want to thank you for doing such a good piloting job, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
And it was a very enjoyable experience.
It
It
was.
was memorable for all of us.
And this is where, if somebody doesn't know what we're talking about, you can find it on my Facebook page. It's where we flew to the Bay Bridge.
Yes.
And we waited for the honorable escort of Corporal Hecook's body to be brought back to Delmar.
Yes.
And we kind of followed it and streamed it, and it was something.
It was. Yep.
It was something. So, anyway, so you are, I kept calling you a sheriff. You're a deputy.
I'm a sheriff's deputy. Yes.
Sheriff's deputy.
for Wycombe
Okay.
County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
Just about 21 years. So just over 21.
21 years. You're just a young man.
Yeah, I started very early.
I can see that.
Yes.
Okay. And you, I met your son, and Nathan seems very accomplished also.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
Yeah. We have
And-
aspirations for him. So.
Okay. And I have not met your wife, but somebody told me she's also a law enforcement officer.
She is. We met at work.
Really?
Yes.
How'd that go? Who met who first?
We were in an undercover capacity.
Oh,
and,
wow.
we
Undercover?
are-
Undercover. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Well, that one thing led to another, I guess. So, yes. So yeah, we met at work, and
Oh, gosh.
we were in an undercover capacity. Our cover was that we were a dating couple, and we were out buying drugs.
Really?
Yeah, and we became great friends, and
What
we've
a
been best friends ever
story.
since.
What a great
So
story.
she's very supportive of everything that I've done, and she's the glue that holds it all together. On our
Really?
end, for sure.
Wow. Well, you seem pretty squared away. Your son's going to do a good job, too. I mean,
We hope so.
Yep. And so both of you work together.
Yes,
I met one of your dispatchers.
I heard.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
she's told you that she met me, I guess.
She did. She told me we've worked together the last 2 nights, so she told
Okay.
me that she met you.
Yep. Well, we're hoping to work with her a little bit on something.
Very
so,
good.
Anyway, so you fly a helicopter. Are you in? What's the military that you're in?
I'm in the Maryland Army National Guard
Maryland Army National Guard. And how long have you been in that?
since 2009.
Golly day, you're just a go-getter, aren't you? Are you in the fire company too?
No, I don't have
Okay.
time for that.
Okay.
So I've got enough to do.
Enough
already.
to do. I would
Yes.
see that. So,
Yes.
So, do you work under Mike Lewis?
Yes, Mike Lewis is the sheriff, and then all the sheriff's deputies work under him. So
Okay.
he's the boss.
And how many of you is there?
There's just about 93 deputies currently right now for the sheriff's office.
That's pretty good. And so we met under some sad circumstances. In other words, we got involved with, you flew me to stream this procession. And did you know Keith?
Yes.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
I worked with Keith for the last 20 years.
Wow. And all I've heard is what a great guy he is. And at his service, they played voicemails that he had left for his wife.
I heard those, yes.
Wasn't that unbelievable?
It was, yeah. He was like a big teddy bear.
That's what it sounded like,
Yep,
yeah.
He's a great guy, and it's sad to not hear his number on the radio anymore.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Do they retire his number?
I would assume that they
Okay.
will.
Okay.
We've had some guys that have passed away, and we haven't reused their numbers. I don't know if they're
Okay.
officially retired, but
Okay, they just-
I would assume that they're going to retire that number.
Okay. And so it was very tragic, very sad. Have you had any feedback on this billboard project?
Not the billboard project, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But I've seen your post and the activity that
Okay.
it's brought.
Do you know we're making signs now?
Yes.
Okay. And I gave out this phone number for anybody who wants a sign. I've got a list of people on that project too. So anyway, so what do you want to talk about today? Anything in particular? You ever been on such a silly show as this?
I've not been on a show such as this. I've been on some other things. I'm currently, we've got a camera crew riding around with us this week. So I've had a camera attached to me for the last 2 days, and again tonight we'll have a camera crew riding around with us. So it's not foreign to me, but I've
Okay.
not been on a show such as this.
Do you wear a body cam?
Yes.
Okay. And when does the body cam go on?
There's a few scenarios where it's mandatory, but the good answer is really anytime we're out of the car, we're turning that camera on.
Okay.
And but we do have some discretion on whether or not we want to use it or not. But
Okay.
but it's there's some mandatory times where we have to have it on, and there's some
Okay.
times where we don't have to have it on, but we can elect to turn it on if we want to.
Okay.
And it remains on until the contact is concluded, basically.
Okay. All right. It's a good thing. It's good for all parties involved.
Yes, I love it. It's,
Right.
It's the unblinking eye of a great witness who is completely impartial.
That's true. Right.
Yes.
Yep. And tells the same story every time.
Yes.
Every time we
Yes.
replay it, it tells the same story.
does.
All right. Now the cameras in the car are a little different.
They are.
Sometimes they go on automatically, right?
Most of them are activated when you turn the lights on. The in-car camera comes on, and some of
Right.
the new body cameras also do the same thing.
Do they really?
Yeah, our body cameras.
When you turn the lights on the car.
yes, there's a proximity sensor inside the device, so when you turn your lights on, the camera can also activate on your chest as well.
Really?
Yeah, and the taser now is doing the same thing. When you flip the safety switch on the taser, it activates the camera for anyone standing around you.
Really?
So any police officer with that system, the Axon system that we wear, if you're wearing one of their cameras and you activate one of their products, no matter who it is, no matter what department it is, their camera is going to turn on. And with
No
about a 100-foot
kidding.
radius is what we've tried it so far.
Wow, that's very interesting, isn't it?
It can catch you off guard later when you don't realize that it had been activated and
Right.
you're going about your personal business.
Right. You're over here doing something else, and this guy And when you activate a taser, what does that mean? Like you flip the safety off?
Yeah, you're basically flipping the safety off, and at that point, the lasers come on, and it's ready to fire when you pull the trigger.
Now, on the taser, I am under the impression if you're carrying one, you've been tasered.
You don't have to be tasered, but most of us do get tased, just because it's kind of bragging rights, and also
Really?
it's a great. Well, for us, we want to tase each other, so.
Good golly.
But yeah, it's nice to be able to testify to the attorneys and to the judges and to everyone in the courtroom that yes, I've experienced it. I know what it's like, and it's.
You've been tasered
I have been tased.
more than once?
No.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
No.
And
no.
what
Once
about
was-
that pepper
Once
spray?
was enough. Pepper spray. I would rather be tased than sprayed.
Really?
Yes.
Because
When
it makes your everything, your breathing changes, your eyes change, everything.
The pepper spray has lasting effects. To include later on when you're getting a shower, it reactivates.
Oh,
And
really?
then gravity takes over and it all runs down. So it's not an enjoyable experience. But the taser is when the taser is over, it's over.
It's over.
So
Okay.
it's yeah.
So when you were tasered, is it where they just lay a probe here and a probe there? They didn't shoot them in you.
No, I didn't get shot. We actually do shoot people now with them during training, just so you get the full exposure. But what we were doing when I did it was we were trying to reuse the cartridges, and so they kind of hook them to you and hook one around your shoulder and the other one to your leg, so the current runs all the way through you. So
Do
get
you
the full-
absolutely fall down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you typically will.
Okay.
Your muscles just contract rapidly, and you can't control
Really?
your bodily movements.
Wow.
Or some of your other bodily functions as well.
Wow.
So
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, they encourage you to use the
So
restroom
there's
before you
cleanup in
get
aisle
yes,
4.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Always use the restroom before you get tased if you can.
Here's some free advice, folks.
Yes.
If you're going to get tased, use the restroom before you get tased. All right.
If you're planning on it.
If you're planning on it,
Yeah.
right. Anything else you want to say, or will you be able to stay and talk to me again after
Yes,
7?
yep, I'm gonna
What
come back
time
on.
is it anyway? Yeah, after 8 o'clock. I'd like to chit chat a
Sure,
little
we'll
bit
do it
more.
again.
And am I treating you okay? Everything going? good?
It's going great so far.
All right. And what topic would you like to talk about next? Let's prep the crowd.
Well, I know that you and I had asked, or we had a short discussion about what we were going to talk about this morning, and I asked if we could talk a little bit about the aviation connection and
Yes.
how that came to be, and because that's what brought us together. So let's
Right.
talk about flying and
Okay.
how I got to where I'm at.
All right. Well, let's do that. We'll do that in the next segment. Is
Okay,
that
let's
okay?
do it, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you take a break.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to go from there. If you want some breakfast, we'll get your breakfast.
I've got breakfast ready.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, then we're going to let you go, and I'm going to talk to him in just a minute. Okay. All right. Thanks, Scott Hamilton. We are going to talk about aviation. What causes a person to want to go up in a helicopter on purpose? Okay. In other words, and then do it again and again and again. So, and how do you become a helicopter pilot? That's what I want to know. Inquiring minds. Okay. But if you're going to get tased, use the restroom first. All right. Now, what is next here? Speaking of my billboard in Ellendale, I do have space for rent. It's been quite the popular thing, so buying an ad on the billboard right now, you would get a lot of extra views. I've been interviewed and reviewed, and it's been everywhere. So, hey, I did mention Diane earlier, and she said she didn't get enough phone calls. So I need, if you're out there, to pick up the telephone and give Diane a call and just say, "Good morning, Diane." And we look forward to seeing you on camera on Weller Does Delmarva in the near future. Her number is 302-841-5864. She is the lady that keeps everything straight here at Laurel Junction. And if you want to rent a store or rent a space or do anything here, you give her a call. Let's talk about L&W Insurance Agency. People say, "Man, you must love your insurance." I do love them. I love dealing with them. I got to be honest with you. In other words, when I need something, and I seem to always need something. I'm a very needy person, okay? So this is a sponsor of the show. It's L&W Insurance Agency, and I buy my car insurance there. I got health insurance there. I got media coverage there. I got billboard insurance there. I've got all kinds of insurance with L&W, and I really enjoy the fact that they are interested in my business. They want to know what I'm doing. They actually want to make sure that I'm adequately insured, and I appreciate that. So if you have experienced, you just dial an 800 number and you're just getting a quote, but you really don't know that you're adequately insured, and you want to talk to somebody. You want them to review what you already have and make sure they don't have any suggestions or do have suggestions. I would suggest you give L&W a call. So what's the phone number? It starts with 302. It's 856-7828, 856-7828. It's lwinsurance.com. You can like them on Facebook. Tell them I sent you. They'll do a good job for you. I had a BLT for breakfast this morning, and it was fantastic. If you're looking for a place to eat, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, check out Chef Fred's Cafe and French Fry Factory right here inside Laurel Junction. All right? We are going to give away some Vanderwin's gift cards at some point today during the show. It's a busy morning, but I've been to a couple ball games where Vanderwin's ice cream truck was there, and they sponsor the show, and they're good people. And if you like ice cream, check out Vanderwin's. They've got a place in Fenwick Island, and they got another one in Dewey Beach. They got one outside of Greenwood, right outside of Greenwood. Then they got another one outside of Greenwood on 404. I actually call that one the Bridgeville one. But anyway, VanderwinsFarmCreamery.com on the web. Very, very active on Facebook. Good people, good company. Their ice cream is fantastic. All right? I'm very picky. I like 1 scoop of chocolate and 1 scoop of vanilla. And then once in a while, I'll drift off into the chocolate chip. Okay? Their milkshakes are real good. Their straws are larger than normal, and I like that too. So anyway, it's Vanderwin's ice cream if you like ice cream. And if you want any gift cards to Vanderwin's, you need to let me know. And we're not ready yet for that, but later on in the show, we'll open up the phone lines. I hear the music. Switch over to TV Delmarva right now, or Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook, because we don't stop the show when we stop from the radio. So switch over now. All right, my next guest. He's traveled a long ways to be here.
Yes.
His name is El Presidente.
5 yards.
5 yards. And Colin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What'd you think of the taser segment?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. All right.
Just want to ask for a break before you get teased, right?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Give me a break. All right. So what's up with TV Delmarva?
TV Delmarva is on the air everywhere. Sussex
Everywhere.
County. We completely cover Sussex County. We actually go into the
Into
surrounding
Maryland.
Maryland counties.
Yep.
We go into Kent County, Delaware as well.
Yes, you do.
So how do you get TV Delmarva? Well, you point your antenna towards Seaford.
Okay.
You rescan, and you look for channel 14.
To pop up on your
Right
TV.
now, you're going to get channel 14, 1 through 4.
Wow.
But coming soon, we're going to go up to 8 channels.
Wow. I'm amazed.
It-
It's amazing how you're doing this and how it's growing.
It
And,
is.
People are. I have numerous conversations about it all the time. I mean, I actually got interviewed by somebody connected to another TV station
Right.
that actually wanted to have just a little conversation about your TV station.
Really?
Yeah. Just I was explaining it to. I might have volunteered.
Investor.
But an investor. Ooh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, no.
So, but anyway, so it's quite the talk, and I'm encouraging people that also are thinking about doing some advertising or doing it different. This is what I'm experiencing with businesses. They're like,
Right.
I don't know that I want to do exactly what I did a year ago.
Because you can get that anywhere.
And you can get it anytime.
Right, yeah,
This
exactly.
is kind of new, evolving.
Right.
You know, you have more viewers every week, and you'll have more viewers the next week, and it's just steadily growing.
Right. One of our salespersons was talking to a real estate agent and told them, or maybe a broker, and said, hey, there's some things that you can do. You can actually get a half-hour segment you can
Right.
buy. And they're like,
What?
I think, what? Wait a minute. This
Right.
changes everything.
It
So-
changes everything.
Right. So, there's those opportunities are available at TV Delmarva. And we've got 4 channels we can put you on. So
Lots
your
of
choice.
audience.
Right.
Yeah, lots of audience.
Lots of audience and lots of ways to reach different people, So we've got a sports channel. We've got an all sports channel, all news channel,
Yep.
all weather channel, and just our general entertainment channel, which is
Right.
TV Delmarva.
I agree. I think it's well worth looking at. And like, say somebody made their own little segment. This is where they would almost get like a half an hour, 28
Yeah, it's like
minutes,
28 and a
something.
half minutes. Yeah.
Right. So they make this video. So let's say you're a realtor and you've got a really
Yep.
nice property and you want to highlight it. Or you want to just show people your office and your showroom or something
Right.
like that.
Or even education, if you want to educate them on the process. I suggested that switch just for the entertainment value of trying to watch you tried to
Well,
turn
you
it
thought
off.
I was going to use it with my foot.
Yeah.
I can't get my foot up here. In other words, that would be awful. I have to get my foot up here.
I don't think Kevin calculated that your feet don't touch the ground in this chair.
Next, he'll be selling me a shorter table
That's right.
for the vertically
Or
challenged.
Sawzall to cut the legs
Right,
off.
Sawzall. All right.
So anyway,
What
you
were
can,
we talking about just
we
now?
were talking about if you want to even do kind of an educational thing. So what's the process
Oh.
of buying a house? What's the mortgage process?
Yes.
What's an inspection process?
right. Like
Many
what-
different things that you could educate a consumer on.
How do you prepare your house to list it?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what are some walkthroughs? Like just take an average house, walk through it, and point out some things that would come up in a home inspection.
Right. That big
you
stack
can deal
of
with.
paperwork you've had on top of your refrigerator for
Yeah,
30 years.
right.
Might want to be removed.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
So, or all the papers spread out on the floor in your office.
Oh, in case of a broken water pipe. So I'm going to put pallets in my office and put all the papers on the thing. One of these days, I'm going to get organized. It's embarrassing. If you saw my office, it is truly embarrassing.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's not that bad.
It's organized
Chaos.
chaos. Yeah, but it is organized. But
oh,
you
it
do
is.
have your
I can
papers.
I can find them.
Right.
I can find them.
Right, but it wouldn't be good for somebody showing that property
Not at
to
all.
step on every one of your papers. They're like, oh, they carpeted it in guide note sheets.
Yeah, the guide used to make small notepads. I talked him into making full-size sheets of paper notepads.
And he writes 2 words on them, or rips
Right.
it off, and sticks it in a big
Right.
bin. This big, one of the tote bins.
That's my briefcase. All right, Colin.
So anyway, there's lots of opportunities. If you have a business, or an organization, and you're trying to get a message out, whether it's you're selling them something, you're educating them, whatever, we can help you get that message out at TV Delmarva. So give me a call, 302-242-8015. That's my cell phone. I'll take a text until 9 o'clock. After that, you can call me, 302-242-8015.
And if you make one of those videos, then it's theirs. They can use it on their own website.
Right.
They can use it on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They actually could
And we don't
probably-
charge you any extra for using your own video on your own social media.
So kind.
Hey,
So kind. What
I
kind
did
is
want to
he?
mention-
He's so kind. What?
But those rates are like $50 a week for certain.
No kidding.
Yeah, as low as
50 bucks?
$50 a week for a half hour
That's
of
a
airtime.
pretty good deal.
That's a real good deal. So get in touch with me if you're interested.
Okay, call him now before he comes to his
Or
senses.
text me.
All right.
302
He knows what he's doing.
242-8015. Thank
Right.
you.
All right. See
All right,
ya.
see you, Jim.
Thank you. We're prepping for the radio. Are we coming back? Hurry it up, Lawrence. We're ready. Let's get this thing rolling. What in the world is going on here? There's a lot of people here. They're having a good time. They're watching the show. Some of it makes sense. Some of it makes nonsense. Some of it makes no sense. We're using all kinds of sense. No sense, nonsense, some sense. That's pretty cool, huh? Anyway, what is next? Easy Clean Power Washing. I want to talk about Mike Schaefer's. This is a sponsor segment. If you are out there and you need some power washing done, I recommend the guy that I use, and that's Mike Schaefer's. Very, very attentive. I mean, when he comes on the scene, he looks around and he brings up stuff I didn't even think of. But if you need something done, he's done a lot of work out at my house. He's done a lot of work at Weller's in Bridgeville. He's just been good all the way around. If you look at the swing sets out front, he cleaned them all up. They had all kinds of gunk and grime on them. And so it's Mike Schaefer's picture time again. I love these pictures. We're going to have 180,000 pictures before it's over with. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, if you need some power washing done, you give Mike a call. He'll give you a quote. He'll show up when he says he's going to show up, and he'll do a good job. So what's his number? 302-381-8305. And it works best if you dial it in that exact order, 302-381-8305. It's easycleanmd.com on the web. And like him on Facebook, Easy Clean Power Washing. You give him a call. Mike will take good care of you. He's an owner-operator. He'll answer the phone, or he'll be the one that calls you back. He'll be the one that does the work, and you will be pleased. And his prices are spot on. All right? Get it spot on for a power washing guy. All right, next, we're back with the life and times of Scott Hamilton, okay? All right, so Scott is a helicopter pilot, and so I wondered how or why, like, where did this, like, were you a little kid and used to play with helicopters, or you saw one and it amazed you? Like, what intrigued you?
A lot of inspiration came from my grandfather, World War II veteran, was an aviation cadet, and unfortunately the program that he was in got canceled as the war concluded.
Okay.
Never became a rated aviator, but always a lot of direction towards law enforcement or towards aviation from him.
Okay.
And
he was your encourager.
growing up, always going to the airport, watching airplanes, and getting in
Okay.
remote control airplanes, and I was able to get a great gift on my 15th birthday, and got my first flying lesson. And from there,
Where was that at?
At Eagles Crest Airport and
Over
Milton.
on Route 1?
Yep, over on Route 1 in Milton.
Really?
Yep.
At 15 years old?
Yes, started flying when I was 15.
Were you scared? You can tell us.
no,
Nobody will talk about you.
It was a new experience.
Okay.
I don't think I was scared. I trusted the instructor, but
Okay.
it was a new experience, and one thing led to another. Started flying, and met Jeff Corman at school. We went to school together,
Okay.
and Jeff and I have been best friends ever since we were 16 or so
What
years
kind
old.
of student was Jeff Corman?
He was a straight A student, and I was not. So,
Jeff Corman was a straight A student?
Yeah, oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was
kidding.
a good student. So
Really?
yeah, we had a lot of fun together in high school. Cape and Living graduates.
Okay.
And I went off to the Marine Corps after high school and didn't fly anymore after that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you were flying small planes, I
was
guess, before
flying
you
fixed
left.
wing, small fixed wing airplanes before I left, and
Okay.
Leave town, come home, started going to college. Didn't have time to fly.
Okay.
And then got into police work, and that
Okay.
was the direction I went from there. But
Well, then how did this helicopter?
so an opportunity presented itself 2008, 2009, from when I got called by a recruiter with the Maryland Army National Guard and said, "Hey, do you want to be a helicopter pilot?" I was like,
Did you have to think about that long?
I didn't have to think about it long, but it took a little while to make sure that it was the right fit for me,
Okay.
and that when those doors open, they don't stay open for long. And
Right.
I had to make a decision quickly, and with the encouragement of friends and family, I was able to say yes. And
Wow.
and I left for Fort Rucker, Alabama, in 2010. Go to Warrant Officer Candidate School first. Graduate from Warrant Officer Candidate School, then you go to Dunker School, where they flip you over inside a pool and teach you how to egress the aircraft.
Hold on. This sounds interesting. So they do what now?
So you're in a big box. It looks kind of like a helicopter cockpit.
Okay.
And in a
You're
helicopter,
strapped in.
You're strapped in, and you're blindfolded.
Okay.
And they lower you into the water. They flip you upside down, and you have to get out of the aircraft or the training device by referencing the structure and come to the surface. And you have a small oxygen bottle or an air bottle that is good for just a few breaths, just to get you to the top. But
Really?
it teaches you how to get out of the water and how to get out of the aircraft safely.
But if you're upside
called-
down, the seatbelt's tighter, isn't it?
Well, the idea is as soon as you hit the water, you unbuckle and get ready to go. And then once the aircraft rolls, that's when it's safe to come to the top.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
it's automatic. It's always going to roll over because the transmission is on the top of the aircraft, and it's gonna.
Now, when you say roll over and flip upside down, or it rolls
It
over and lays on its side?
flips over upside down, so the belly is then exposed to the top.
Really?
Yep. So you're completely upside down, and then you come out of the training.
And you're
device.
blindfolded.
And you're blindfolded. They do it unblindfolded a few times and get you some practice, and then they make you do it blindfolded.
When you got to that point, were you apprehensive to do it?
No, because you're
You're
in front of
too
all
deep.
you're in front of all your peers at that point, so you're not going to give up.
Okay.
And it's it's a very competitive school.
Really? So what happens if you don't get out quick enough? They come get you?
There's scuba divers in there with
Okay,
emergency. Yeah, the scuba divers are in there with you, and they're going to ensure that you have.
That's probably embarrassing if you need the scuba divers.
People panic. There's some
Did you
people that-
panic?
No, growing up near the beach, being exposed to the water all my life, it wasn't that scary for me.
Okay.
But there's people that have never been in the water that they have to teach them how to swim first.
Oh.
So there's a swim test first, and then you can go to do the next training. So if the guys
Wow.
can't swim, they hold them back for a little bit longer and get them to the point.
I
where
would
they're
have never even thought of that.
comfortable.
Can't swim. Wow. All right. So what happens next?
Yeah. After that, you go to a survival school, which is about 2.5 weeks, 26 days or so, and then.
Survival in what way? Surviving a crash or an attack, or
It's more of your if you get captured school. So it's
Really?
called SERE. It stands for Survive, Evade, Resist, and Escape. SERE. And that school teaches you what to do in the event that you're shot down and you're behind enemy lines and you need to survive until you can get rescued. One of
Really?
the best schools I've ever been through in the military. Great training. It's the training that's so good you hope you never have to use it.
wow.
So because if you're using that
You're in
skill
trouble.
set, you're in trouble.
Wow.
But it's a great school, and you learn a lot about surviving on what you can find in the wilderness to eat and how to build
I
shelter.
mean, like digging up bugs and stuff.
eating
like
bugs, I ate a snake while I was there, and eating
that. Was it
bugs.
dead when you found it?
It was not,
Okay.
and he didn't
How
want to
did-
be.
how
He
do you
didn't want to be
kill a
dead when we
snake?
found it.
How do you kill the snake?
I don't think there was a team of 6 of us. I didn't catch the snake.
Okay.
But we have a small little shovel. So
Okay.
we were able to get
Okay.
him and kill it and hold on to it for the day until we were able to get to a safe place, during the scenario, and at a point where they allowed us to eat. We were able to boil it up in some rice that we had with bouillon cubes, and it really wasn't that bad when you
Would
haven't
you
eaten.
do it again in
No.
the free world?
No,
Okay.
no. But when you haven't eaten for 5 or 6 days, you'll eat it.
Okay.
But it tasted kind of like clams. It was
Really?
yeah, it was a clammy, like a gritty.
But it
kinda-
didn't taste anything like crab meat.
No.
Okay.
No,
Just checking.
not at all.
Okay. All right. So what's next? What
So
happens then?
you graduate from that portion of the training, and then you start flying. The culmination. It's you're finally there, and you start flying on. At that time, it was Bell Jet Rangers, or a TH-67, the military calls it, but it's the helicopter that you and I flew in.
Okay.
The same aircraft.
Has a big jet engine on top
It's
of
got
it.
a jet engine on the top of it, and so it's a turbine-powered aircraft, and you fly that around for about 3.5 months, and then you move to another airframe, which is very similar, but it's the military version. It's a green Jet Ranger at that point.
Okay.
You fly that around for a few weeks, and they're teaching you combat maneuvers where you're flying a lot lower and learning how to navigate off of a paper map, and learning how to fly certain routes.
Okay.
That way. So finish that portion of the program, and then you're moved to your advanced airframe, which could be a Chinook, a Black Hawk, a Lakota, or at that time it was the OH-58 or the Black Hawk. So
Black Hawk's a big plane.
Black
Big
Hawk's
plane.
it's large. It's got about 15 seats in the back maximum, so you
Really?
can fit a lot of people in the back. It's got 3 jet engines on it.
Really?
One small jet engine starts the other 2 big jet engines that actually power the rotor system. So, and then
Wow.
it's
Where would one of these land around here?
I can find places to land it around.
Can you
here.
really?
Yeah, I come into Georgetown a lot. I go to the Corman Airport a lot with it.
And land?
And land, yeah. We'll shut down at Georgetown and go into to arenas and have lunch.
Really?
And then we'll fly back to we're based out of Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Edgewood, Maryland, which is in Harford County.
Okay.
And so it's a short minute, about a 20-minute flight to get over here from there, come straight across the bay.
That baby's moving.
About 120 knots is what we're cruising at.
Really?
So somewhere around 100.
Is it real bumpy?
It's just like when you and I flew the other day.
Okay.
It can be calm, it can be smooth as glass, and it can be bumpy.
Okay.
It depends on the wind.
All right.
So it was great to go through all.
Well,
those
let me know
programs
when
and-
you're over this way with this thing.
Yeah, I will. I'll
Okay.
shoot you a text.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the military taught you how to fly a helicopter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And now you do fly these Black Hawks?
I do. I'm an instructor pilot.
Have you ever had to shoot the guns?
Our aircraft are unarmed unless we're doing training, and our crew members have machine guns in the windows. So the pilots do not have any way to defend themselves
somebody.
other than evasive maneuvers by maneuvering the aircraft. The crew
Okay.
chiefs in the back and the gunners in the back, they're the ones that would protect us and return fire. And it's really it's a suppressive weapon anyway. It's not really designed to
fight.
To fight. It's designed to defend ourselves so we can evade and get out of the area.
Okay.
But I have had the opportunity to be in the back and shoot from the air. It's a great experience for the
Really?
pilots to know the limitations of the weapon system.
Okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good
If
idea.
you turn too hard, the guys can't shoot because
the guns are pointing
Because the
down.
guns are pointing down, and they can't shoot up because of the rotor system. So
Good thinking.
yeah. So
Well, I'm glad I wouldn't flying that thing.
Yeah.
I'd have had them all messed up.
so I heard that I watched you last week, and you mentioned that when you say the word bird, what was
Oh
that?
my gosh!
You
when
got to tell me what that was like.
Okay, I was in the back seat. I was in the back seat the whole time. But I remember either your son or you said, I didn't hear birds, I heard bird. So I'm thinking we're going to look at a bird. You know what I mean? In other words, but you turned a little bit sideways. And there's no handles back there. I needed to, they need a handle, something to hold on to. So I kept holding on to that bar behind you. In other words.
we'll get some handles installed.
So, but anyway,
I'll do better on my brief
because I'm
next-
scared
yeah.
to death to touch the door.
Don't
Because
touch
you
the
said
door.
one of the doors, the latch didn't work just right, and I couldn't remember which door it was, and I was scared to death to touch the door. So I know it was latched good. I just was afraid to be my luck. Because you know what really scared me? That little teeny paper clip holding the door.
It's a small pin, yeah.
Right.
It's a
So
small
I'm
pin.
thinking if this door flies open and my seatbelt comes unlatched, and I'm trying to hold on to the door, that pin would never hold me.
I was only worried about your cell phone coming out the window. I didn't realize that you were worried about falling out of the aircraft yourself. 'Cause
Oh my gosh. I got to tell you, it was an experience of a lifetime. I don't even know if I could do it again, but I probably could do it.
I
That
think
was
you could
my
do it.
second
I think you could do it.
helicopter ride. The first one was a helicopter landed at my business and said, we're here to take you anywhere you want to go. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
The question is, can Colin do it again?
Colin
Okay,
can.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked a little.
He
green,
wants you to
a little-
burn
a little-
unleaded fuel.
A little green after the first flight.
I couldn't
Yeah.
smell the fuel. I was just concentrating on not having a heart attack.
Yeah, you did
So,
great. You did.
I
great.
did okay. It
So,
was something.
And I can tell you, from my side of it, the people that I work with down there, everyone has been so gracious for what you did, and
Okay.
lots and lots of compliments and comments. It was a great thing, and I was really honored to be a part of it. So
Well, me too.
Thank
me
you
too.
for-
And
for
I know I
putting me on.
pronounced his name wrong a couple times, and my camera shook, but
Well,
it
after,
was
when
great.
when you opened up with, "Hey, I've got my nitroglycerin in it if we have a problem," and I was like, "Well, which hospital do you want me to fly you to?"
We discussed
I
it,
knew
right?
that there was a level of stress that you were experiencing, so we can forgive you for that. For
All
sure.
right, it was
you
good.
You did a great job, and
Yeah.
it was awesome. To
You
be a
did
part
too.
Of it.
All right, I got to let you go though. Is
All
that
right,
okay?
yes.
Do you eat ice cream?
Sure, I sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Does your wife too?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you 3. Is that all right?
That sounds great.
All right. I would like to get you on again. I want to have a longer conversation.
can do it
Everything you say, I have a question about.
All right, we'll do a
All right.
follow-up later.
I'll
Jim,
see you.
thanks so
Take
much.
care.
Yeah,
All right,
appreciate
see
it.
you. All right, there he goes, everybody. Scott Hamilton, very interesting. You should have been there, everybody. It was quite an experience. And remember, when you're in a helicopter and they say bird or birds, be prepared. Because a bird can literally go through the windshield, from what I understand, like it's plexiglass or something. But anyway, all right, I got another guest going to be on in just a minute. I think Billy Johnson is here. We're going to chit-chat with him some. And Tracy's doing a good job of keeping them all straight. So let's talk real quick about my sponsor, which is Josh McNeil. People say, Josh McNeil, that's your paving guy. Here we go. Billy Johnson and I are posing for a picture. No, I won't do that. All right, anyway, I didn't even mean to do that. But anyway, Josh McNeil, this is his sponsor segment, McNeil's Paving, okay? Good guy, paving. Not everybody needs a brand new driveway. Maybe you got a driveway that's got some cracks in the blacktop, and you want to get them sealed, and you want to get it all kind of tuned up and put a whole new seal coat on it. He can do that. Maybe you don't have a blacktop driveway, and you want to consider one, okay? He'll give you a free estimate, no problem at all. Maybe you say, that's not for right now, but I need my driveway in better shape. Can you put some blacktop millings down? He can do that. Or he could put some crusher run, or he could put some crushed concrete. All of those are a good investment. They're a good base to prepare for your future blacktop project. So whether you need blacktop now, whether you need it in the future, whether you want to start preparing your driveway for it, you got some dips and some dives and some potholes and things that just kind of shake your false teeth loose when you go through them, listen to me. He can help you out with your driveway needs. So who is this guy? His name is Josh McNeil, and it's McNeil's Paving. He's licensed, he's insured, he does work in Kent and Sussex County, parts of Maryland, and parts of Virginia. Been in business now over 60 years. I think he's the second generation, and the third generation is working with him now. So anyway, what's his phone number? You ready? It's 302-945-7131. That's 302-945-7131. Now, here he is. This is Billy Johnson. This is Mr. and Mrs. Johnson's little boy.
Yeah, correct.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, Billy, how are you?
Good morning, Jim. I am well. Thank you, sir.
And
Nice, sunny, bright day.
yeah, it is. It's a nice
weather.
day out. Greenwood
sir.
Mennonite School, Spring Festival, June, what day?
5th. June the 5th. First Saturday in
5th.
June.
First Saturday in June. Mark your calendar. So,
Yes, sir.
what do you got to tell us today?
So it's the 34th annual. We missed this event last year, so we're anticipating that many folks are going to want to make up for lost time in that regard. So we have
Yes.
the 34th annual Greenwood Mennonite School Spring Festival taking place. If you've been there before, you know it's a great day, Jim. Our booth's open from 9 to 3. Actually, the event starts at 9. We normally start with an all-you-can-eat breakfast.
Yes.
This year, we're not having that just for some restrictions that were in place. I understand that's going away here soon.
Right.
But restrictions in place, so we can't have the all-you-can-eat breakfast. But we do have, if you want breakfast, we have our Scrapple Sandwich booth this year. It's a little different for us. The booth's open at 9. The event goes usually 9 to 3. At noon, high noon, we have our annual auction. And I think you're part of that this year,
Oh,
Jim.
yeah.
Am I right?
I describe the items, and then Dave Wilson auctions
Yes.
them off. And then I tell people if they're not bidding enough. I let them
Right,
know.
right.
This needs to be a little higher, folks.
Right.
It's a fundraiser.
So I'll just give you a little rundown here of some of the auction items. We have a Traeger pellet grill on tap this year. We have a golf cart, 2010 golf cart. It
Oh,
has the
all
new
new
windshield.
batteries,
Yep,
ready
new
to go?
batteries. Been refurbished a little bit, but it looks nice. If you'd like to
does.
see that,
It's
you
a
can,
four-seater.
A four-seater, yes,
Front
sir.
seat, back seat.
Yep, you got it. But you can go to Greenwood Mennonite School on Facebook, visit
Oh,
that.
and look
If you
at some
scroll
pictures?
down a little bit, you'll see some of the pictures of some of the auction items. This year, we're also having, you asked last week, and I wasn't privy to this detail, but we're having a, Yoder and Son is building a shed on
Jay
site.
Yoder, yep.
Jay Yoder. It's 12 by 18. The final bidder, the winning bidder, will also then get to pick out the shingles and siding
Yeah.
at a later date. Free delivery for 20 miles.
Yep.
So something to take advantage of. This is going to be at 12802 Mennonite School Road. That's where the school's located. If you'd like to get in touch with the school, 302-349-4131. Additionally, Jim, we're doing pre-order crab cakes. You know we have food booths there, right?
Oh, I got to make a note of that. I can get 6 or 12 or all I
6
want.
or 12 or all you want. So it's all you want, Jim, all you want. So we have pulled pork, barbecue chicken. We have our seafood booth, and this year we're taking pre-order crab cakes. Now there's gonna be frozen crab cakes. You can order all the way up to 1 week from today. So that's May the 22nd is the last time to order that. You can call the school again at 302-349-4131 to place that order, or you can go on Facebook at Greenwood Mennonite School. If it doesn't pop up right away, if you'll scroll down through some of the
It's there
postings,
somewhere.
you'll find a link at the Spring Festival posting that opens up a document where you can fill out your information, submit that, and then come to the Greenwood Mennonite School on the
Pick
day
'em up
of
that day.
June the 5th. Yep, 11 to 1. Pick up your crab cakes.
These
So,
are made from scratch, nice,
yeah.
meaty crab
nice,
cakes.
meaty.
There's nothing
Perfect.
that says, I appreciate you, Jim Weller, like buying me a dozen crab cakes, okay?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Nothing like that. I don't
That
even
is-
know when Father's Day is. This is after Father's Day, isn't it? But you could.
The festival?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not?
before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they could buy crab cakes for Father's Day.
Absolutely, Jim. What a brilliant idea. Brilliant,
I can't even
Jim.
remember when Father's Day is. But yes, crab cakes. Do you know how much they are? 12 of them?
Yes, 75.
$75.
So 6 for 40 or 12 for 75. And again, if you go on the school and the Mennonite
You'll
school,
find 'em.
You'll find the document, and you can put right in the comment. Please reserve a dozen off for Jim.
For
And then
Jim.
hit submit. and you got it.
GYM, Jim
Yeah.
Weller.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, Father's Day is June 20th.
Ah, that's my
so-
birthday. What a great
wow,
day. What a
Billy
great day.
turns 55.
Almost.
How old are you going to be?
I'll be 48.
48. Wow.
48.
You don't look a day over 50.
I know.
But
I get
anyway, the gray hair. I thought you dyed it. So anyway, anything
it's
else?
silver, Jim. Silver.
Silver. Oh, silver. Silver fox. Anyway,
Correct.
silver-haired. Listen to me. Are you still accepting donations, or is the auction kind of full?
Yes. No, we're accepting donations always.
Always.
Always, yes.
Even just cash, monetary.
Yes, and so my wife is actually in charge of the baked goods booth. So if you
Oh.
would like to contribute by donating some baked goods to the
Baked
baked goods
goods.
booth, I'm just kind of reaching that out there this morning a little bit. You can definitely call the school again at 349-4131, or go
say,
on
I'm
Facebook
gonna
and just say,
donate
I'm
some
going to donate something,
cupcakes or a
baked
cake
goods
or a pie
Yep.
or-
The other thing that they asked me to point out here
Okay.
is we have an archery. We have archery for the kids this year in our. We have our
Okay.
kids booth.
All
We
right.
do the candy drop. We have the bounce house, the water slide, the petting zoo. But we also
Is there a
have
Dunkin' booth?
I want to say yes.
Okay,
That's
well,
kind of been an annual thing there.
Right.
That's always fun too.
It's a lot of fun to watch it. So anyway, archery. So
Yes.
you're saying you're going to have like bow and arrows that children can use.
Yes.
Okay.
Kid friendly, of course. But
Right,
yes.
kid friendly. All right. Wow. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Free parking, free sunshine, free fresh air.
Free all that.
Right.
Yes.
Now, you get to buy food.
Correct.
You get to buy tickets to play games.
Sure.
But if you've been cooped up and you just can't take it any longer and you want to go to a
Gotta
nice
get out.
family-friendly environment
Yes.
right there at the Greenwood
Yep.
Mennonite School.
Gotta get out.
What's that road called? Mennonite School Road?
Yep, Mennonite School Road.
And it goes from-
12802, the only Mennonite school on the road.
Really?
You got it. You got it.
And it's
the only
what?
one.
Between 16, what's the two roads? 36 and 16.
36 and 16. You got
right.
it. Yep,
so
you got
all
it,
roads
Mr.
lead
Jim
to that.
Weller.
Anything else?
June the 5th. Be there.
June the 5th. It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, and it's just good. Remember years ago they used to have the hospital fair. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
This is kind
Yes,
of
I
reminds me
do.
of that.
Yes,
you know
I
what I
do.
mean?
Yes.
Aren't some of the booths that are there actually from the hospital fair?
That might be. Actually,
I
it's very
think
similar.
I think some of them are.
The barbecue chicken, Uncle Sim's famous barbecue.
Yes,
Yeah. I'm
barbecue
with you.
chicken, crab cakes. Are they going to be cooking crab cakes that day also?
Oh yes, we'll have
Okay.
crab cakes on site, no doubt. But of course, we'll have your pre-order crab cakes.
Here's
That's
what
the
I
highlight.
love.
That's the highlight, Jim.
I love them donuts,
Yes.
but they always sell out of them. Like
Makes
they
sense.
dip them in something and it fries them up, and they are really
homemade
good.
on site, right there, right in front of you.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good, Jim. I
You
thank
did
you
a
for your
good
time,
job.
brother.
We have not
Thank
had any complaints on you yet today.
you. Oh, whew.
Day's not over.
I'm winking that win.
All right. All right. Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you, Jim.
Oh, did you
Appreciate
need
it.
any Vanderwin's gift cards?
You know what? One or two might work.
All right. How many people's in your group?
Let's go with 50. No, I'm
50.
just messing.
You got kids?
It's fine. I do. This is fine. That's fine.
That's
perfect.
fine?
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right.
We
He really
appreciate
meant
it.
50.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right.
have
See
a
you,
good
Billy.
day,
Take
Jim.
care.
Thank
All
you.
right. Have a
Yes,
good
sir.
weekend. All right. Billy Johnson, Greenwood Mennonite School. Don't miss it. You want to go to a fun auction? I don't know if you guys have ever went. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm just letting you know if you ever want to go to this auction, it's June 5th. It's at the Greenwood Mennonite School. Dave Wilson is the auctioneer, and I kind of help him, and we have a lot of fun. I hear the music. We're taking a break from the radio. switch over right now to TV Delmarva or Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook. We do not stop talking. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go nowhere. All right, what in the world is going on? We're going to be ready for Colin Walls to come and join us, and we're going to talk about something, TV Delmarva or what's it called, Walls Service Center, or who knows what. Weller's Utility Trailers, by the way, is open, and we are busy, and we're going to have a good day today. They tell me they're going to try to sell 20 trailers in one day. Actually, we've had quite a few 20-trailer days lately. I need to say a big thank you to all the people that have bought trailers. We had a record-breaking year last year. We're having a record-breaking year this year, and we owe it all to you. We try to do a good job, but without you, we are nothing. So anyway, we appreciate you very much. Colin, what's up, buddy?
Good morning. Well, let's talk TV Delmarva
TV Delmarva.
or Wall Service Center. Which do you want? Your choice, Jim.
I would talk Wall Service Center. I'd like you to talk about the value of having your air conditioner working perfectly before the day you need it.
That's a good point.
Just in case you have to take me somewhere.
Well,
I want the air conditioner
so
working.
there are some people that might not have turned their air conditioner on this year, and they last year at the end of the year maybe it broke or wasn't working right, or even
just right.
performing
They forgot
right.
about it.
Maybe it was just a little bit warm,
Right.
warmer than it should be, and you turn it on this year and it doesn't work at all.
Right.
Well, we can take care of it at Wall Service Center. So we've got the experience, we've got the equipment, we even have the brand new AC machine for the R1234.
Refrigerant has changed.
YF. Got to have the YF.
And I'm
on it.
sure
Yeah.
this was an investment that some shops maybe didn't make.
Oh, a lot of them haven't made it yet. So, we
Right.
have been told that by salespeople that go around the other shops that you are really the only independent shop that has it. And, and some body shops might have it. But,
Right.
yeah, so if you've got a newer car and it has the new refrigerant in it, we can take care of it at Wall
What's
Service
it called?
Center.
R22?
Nope. R22
Okay.
is real old refrigerant.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'm an old man,
That's the old Freon, the DuPont Freon, R22.
so I ought to get rid of whatever I got, or it's like gold.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's called R1234YF. Some people
Okay.
call it 1234.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's and it requires like special training, which
Okay.
we've had, special certification, which we've had.
Okay.
What's that, Colin? Yeah,
Honeywell.
it's a Honeywell refrigerant. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's who invented it and created it. So it's supposed to be better for the environment and so-
Last longer,
Right.
more efficient.
Maybe.
So either way, you're saying, look, no matter what model, make, year car you got, we'd love to help you out.
Exactly, at Wall Service Center. If you have an old car
Right.
with the old R12, we can convert it to 134.
Oh,
Those
really?
conversions actually work. When they first started converting them over, it didn't really seem to work too good, but we have got it figured out now. They've got it figured out, the connections, the fittings, the oil you use in it. It works really good with taking an old R12 system and converting to 134. It works really good. So we've got the equipment to do it. It's
And the knowledge.
and the knowledge. So it's called a 3 R's. So you recover, recycle, and just remove.
Rejoice.
Yeah, remove, recycle, recover,
And rejoice.
Yeah, that's the 4th R when you're done. You
Right.
rejoice.
Rejoice.
Yeah, but now I showed a picture on Facebook the other day of Colin. He pulled an entire dash out of a car.
Yes.
Now this guy, the customer, had been to several shops before, and they turned him down and said, "We just don't do that kind of work. It's too much for us."
Okay.
But
it
we
would
do 'em-
intimidate me.
It is intimidating if
You got a picture?
We do have some pictures on the Wall Service Center Facebook page. Yeah, we can look at some of those. But when you do it all the time, it's just not
Right.
as big a deal.
Right.
And we know how to get all the screws back in. We know how to make sure it's not rattling or anything like that, and just take care of it and get the job done in a timely manner. So-
And fix the problem.
and fix the problem.
What
yeah.
was it called? The heater coil?
Heater
or
core, but
evaporator?
no. So that actually wasn't the evaporator. That was some of the doors in the HVAC plenum, the
Right.
box inside there.
Right.
There's doors that switch that direct the airflow.
Right. Whether it's going to the windshield or down to your feet. or-
Exactly, and then also for the temperatures. And
Okay.
so one of the doors was broken in there. So here you go, right here. There's Colin after he's gotten the box out. So there's a new one and the old one. The old one is the one on
That's
he's
like a
working
box
on.
that air flows through.
Yeah, so there's the door right there. That was actually broken. So you can see it's separated from the top portion there. And then the next one shows the new one, how it's not broken from there. So and all they are is
Wow.
plastic in there.
Right. And,
then-
they're constantly moving. Hot weather, cold weather.
right, and it gets brittle and they break.
And you can fix it.
We can fix it. Yeah, so yeah, we had to replace.
I can
that whole
see where a
box
lot
and-
of places would not want to get involved in that.
Oh yeah, it's
You know?
a big
and,
job.
And the nice thing about Wall Service Center is you're not turning help all the time. the people you have been with
Yeah.
you a long time.
They have
know
been
what
with you
they're-
for a while, yeah.
Right. So, and plus it's you and your sons, in other words. So there's a lot of constant experience at Wall Service Center, in other words.
Yep, and they know
So-
the way I want some things done, and
Right.
they want it done the same way.
Right.
Is a
Yep.
good thing. So I didn't really have to train them on how to do it the right way because they wanted it done the right way.
Right.
Anyway.
It's already instilled in them.
Exactly. So
Right.
Yep. So anyway, Wall Service Center 422-8110. Get in touch with us. WallServiceCenter.com.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. You can get in touch with us. Stop in 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford.
I'm going to drop my truck off over the weekend sometime.
Okay.
I'm going to get an oil change and rotate the tires.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to leave you. Is that all right?
That's all right.
Okay. All right. What is next? Hold on. What happened? There we go. What happened? Oh, okay. Anyway, so you guys don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's unbelievable the amount of things. We need to someday count how many little knobs are over there just to see how many things you guys are working with. Listen, we're going to go back on the radio in a moment or two. And I want to remind you of a few things, but I'm going to wait till we go on the radio to do that. But we are sitting here inside Laurel Junction, and Frank is here, and Chris is here, and Steve is here, and Guada is here. And Brad is here. Is it Brad, right? I got it right? Okay, Brad went for a long bike ride yesterday. Is that right? We ought to get him on. Would you like to talk about that? He's like, maybe next week when I'm not here. Oh, hey, Rick, how you doing? All right, we have an audience here is what I'm trying to say, okay? No fights that broke out. Everybody's getting along. They're sharing the napkins and the salt and pepper. It's kind of a nice place. Everybody's eating breakfast, and it's a nice little crowd here. Where are we? We're inside Laurel Junction. You can be part of this. Okay? It's not just for this elite group of people. It's for anybody that wants to come. All right, I hear the music. We're back on the radio. Jim Weller here. We are live inside Laurel Junction. Come down and enjoy some of the food at Chef Fred's. It's really, 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 really good. All right, my next guest is Tom. We're going to be talking about the Delaware State Parks. How you doing there, young man? And I think we're going to get our picture taken. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about a guy named Ray Bivens. All right, first we're going to get our picture taken. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Jimmy? Thanks for having me.
Good. Well, welcome to the show. I went to school with you.
You went to school with my brother, Bill.
That's
Billy Saunders.
right. Well, I remember you
But
too,
I was in
though.
school when you were there. I was younger.
Right, okay. All right, well, anyway, you're here to talk about, what would you like to talk about? The 70th anniversary?
It's the 70th anniversary of Delaware State Parks.
Wow.
It started in 1951. The first three parks were actually Trap Pond,
Trap
Fort
Pond.
Delaware, and Brandywine State Park. But the first park to actually open was Trap Pond State Park.
Really?
Yeah.
70 years ago.
70 years ago. And of course, I think it's going to be a great anniversary simply because people are looking to get out, to walk
Oh, yeah.
around, looking for places to go. And of course, the state parks has over 160 miles of trails. Now, I'm actually the manager of the Cultural Resource Unit, which is actually the unit which takes care of the cultural and historical sites. We actually look into those things within the parks itself. And of course, here in Laurel, you do have Trap Pond State Park, which is just a great place to go. And one of the places to see there is the Bethesda Church, which was built in the 1870s.
And it's still there.
And it's still there. A lot of the churches that were built on that time period aren't around anymore.
Wow.
The congregations actually left, and the buildings were either destroyed or they basically were destroyed by neglect sometimes.
Right.
And there was a congregation there actually from 1823 up through the 1970s. But after that
Wow.
congregation actually left,
From 1823
right, there was a building
to
there.
1970?
Yes, 1970s.
Golly day.
So that tells you, about the Delaware way. Of course,
Right.
it's the Garden of Methodism here, but it was actually a church which State Parks looked at in the early 2000s. They said this building is worth saving
Okay.
because it's a great example of
history.
architecture, from the
Yes.
late 19th century. So they put money into restoring the church itself, and you can actually see it by going into Trap Pond State Park. And taking a look at Bethesda Church. And there's actually a cemetery with the church itself, and there's about 6 or 7 other cemeteries within the park itself.
Wow.
And
Where is this now? It's
It's at Trap Pond State Park. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have to look that up.
And one of the things about Trap Pond was during the 1930s, during the Depression, President Roosevelt, one of his favorite programs was the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they went into
Okay.
Trap Pond and did a number of projects there, which you can still see. But there's other places here in Delaware as well. One of the places I wanted to point out is the Cape and Lopin State
Right.
Park, where you've got great trails as well, but you also have a place called Fort Miles.
Yes.
And Fort Miles is a place, it's actually a fort that was created during World War II, which is under the sand.
Is it really?
On
purpose? It's
on
under the
purpose,
sand.
it's under the sand in order to hide it. And it was
Okay.
created there at the Cape and Lopin area in order to protect shipping and American interest, while the Nazis actually had ships and submarines in the area
Really?
to actually shoot at our shipping and send the things we were sending over to the Allies at the time. They were trying to destroy
Stop
that.
it.
Yeah, they were
Right.
trying to destroy that materials going over. So Fort Miles was actually created during that time period. After the war, it was used for a number of different purposes, and in the end, it started to deteriorate. And in the early 2000s, you had a couple folks like Lee Jennings from State Parks, as well as Gary Ray,
Okay.
who actually went in there and they actually led the volunteer charge to get that fort up to snuff to what it used to be during the war.
You're telling me there's stuff under the ground there.
There's under the ground, yeah. It's under the sand. And of course, now
You can walk in it?
You can walk in it. You can take tours of it. Now, let me preface that with all the different restrictions which are being
Right,
raised here
right.
with mask and everything.
Right.
Definitely check out, either call the park or actually check on DE State Parks, DelawareStateParks.com, and see what the restrictions are at the time.
Now, the tower that you can climb.
Yeah, the towers are actually built as part of the Fort Miles, actually the complex.
Okay.
You see those along the coastline, and a lot of people say, what were those towers actually for?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, and what they did is, with the guns they had at Fort Miles, in order, if they had a target out there, they would have to triangulate basically the shot to hit that enemy vessel.
Okay.
So what they would do is they call in the coordinates from these
the
different
different
towers.
towers.
In order to hit the
Really?
in order to hit the vessel. Of course, we're trying to save the towers as well. And you've got Tower 3 down at the Delaware Seashore Park, which you can
Okay.
actually walk in.
Right.
And speaking of the Seashore Park, they've actually got the life-saving station down there. I don't know if you've been down there, maybe surf fishing at one
I
time.
think I have, yes.
But you
It's
have
like a museum.
It's like a museum.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I was just down there this week, and they had something called Lyle gun training. And I was like,
Okay.
I wasn't sure exactly what Lyle gun training was, because I'm relatively new to the state parks. I was at the archives for about 28 years, so I'm relatively new, which is good because I get a new perspective of the parks itself. But the Lyle gun was actually, it shoots a projectile with a rope on it out to distressed ships.
Yep.
And that'd be your first coordination between the ship
Right.
and the shore. And so it was
So
actually
like
done
they
like
would
that.
hook that rope to the boat,
Right.
right, and either pull them
Or somehow
something.
get somebody be able
like
to,
the guys could get
yeah.
in the water and hold on
Yeah.
to it and get to the other
It
boat.
would, right. So
Right.
it would be something done like that, and they actually do firings like that.
Oh, really?
During the course of the summer, so you can
Okay.
check online or check with the actual park itself.
There's a
to see
lot
what
going
actually
on
does.
at the parks.
There is a lot going on.
Now, it's Killen's Pond where they put the big bridge recently.
Killen's Pond is where they built the bridge,
Okay.
basically from the north side to the south side. My grandchildren and I just went on that 2 weeks
Really?
ago, and it's really nice. And one thing we're asking for with the parks,
There's no tolls on this bridge.
no tolls.
It's a
No
toll-free
tolls.
bridge.
It's just a walking bridge.
Okay, all right.
But we're also asking for people to send their stories as well as pictures of
Okay.
their experiences in the parks over the last
Any
7
park.
years, and any of the state parks. If you
Okay.
got married at the park, if you had
Okay.
a birthday party at the park or something
Right.
like that,
Had an
some special
anniversary,
event,
anything.
right? And of course,
Okay.
my memory may be the same as yours, Jimmy, but when we were kids, if you were a Milford guy, one of the places you would go swimming is you go to Killen's Pond.
Right.
And, everybody says, well, there was no water park at Killen's Pond. Well, I guess you show your age at that point. You say, well, we actually went swimming in the pond itself.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a little sandy area there where you would actually swim.
out.
So there's actually a lot going on.
Because there's a
at Delaware.
campground there, too.
There's a campground there, as there are a number of other parks as well. But there's a lot of, not only is there a lot of nature there in terms of the trails and everything, but there's a lot of cultural and historical sites to see, as I mentioned.
How long have you worked there?
I have worked with state parks since October.
Of this year?
Well, of last year.
Of last year,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Not this
So,
year.
like I said, I was at the archives before, so I've
Okay.
actually been seeing it from a new person's perspective, and I've really
Okay.
been amazed at the things you can find in the parks.
It is really nice. The Delaware State Parks, I think they won some award or something, but we are blessed as Delawareans to have so many parks so well run.
Yes.
In other words,
And Director Bivens has done a great job.
Is that the Ray Bivens we know?
That's the Ray Bivens that we know.
Director Bivens.
Director
Okay.
Bivens, yes.
He does a good job.
He does. He does.
He does. What's he really like, though?
He's been a great guy to me. He's been
Has
very
he?
supportive, and I really appreciate that support in some of the efforts I'm trying to do at this point.
Okay. Well, good. And anything else we need to know? Park passes are for sale?
Park passes are for sale daily. If you're from Delaware, it's $4. For the annual pass, will be $35. If you're from out of state, it's $70 for an annual pass and $8 for a daily pass.
They would make a good Father's Day gift.
Yes, it
Park
would.
pass.
Yes, it would.
Yep. All right. Anything else we need to know?
That's about it. We're just asking you to come out and enjoy the parks.
Okay.
Rather, you're going to enjoy a trail, or if you want to come out to see some of the historical sites, we'd love to have you.
All right. Do you like ice cream?
I love ice cream.
Okay. Would you like some gift cards to Vanderwins?
Yes, I would, please.
How many people are in your family or your group?
I have 2 kids at home and 2 grandchildren at home.
Hold on. Does that sound like 6 to me?
Yes.
4, 5, 6. Is that okay?
That is great. Thank you very much, Jim.
Do you like
Appreciate it.
Vanderwins? You
I
ever
do.
been there?
I have been there.
Okay.
I have been
All
there.
right. What's your kids' favorite flavors?
They're still in the chocolate vanilla stage.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Mine's
They're easy to
pistachio.
please. They're never going to be upset
No,
that they're out of
no,
something.
no.
All right.
But-
Well, thanks a lot for coming, okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you,
All
Jim. I
right.
appreciate
and,
it.
I'll see you whenever.
I will.
Okay.
And
Thanks
Bill
a lot.
Strickland says hello. I just talked to him this morning.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Do you get along with him pretty good?
One of my best friends.
Well, now who's that other gentleman that was involved with the tag? He was in Bill's wedding. Oh, I forgot his name.
Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott, correct. Were you in Bill's wedding too?
No, he didn't. He actually it was kind of a private wedding, I believe it was. Well, I went to the reception.
Okay. Well, what kind of guy is Bill Strickland? Let's go into that thing. The behind the scenes.
I'd rather not.
Okay. He's been good to me.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. Very supportive of our community.
Yes, yes.
You know, and sells great insurance too.
And he's been great to me as
Good.
well.
All right.
So,
Well, nice seeing
Well,
you.
it's
Okay.
nice to see you,
Thank
Jimmy.
you very much.
I'll tell
Take
my
care.
brother Billy I saw you.
I will, please. Yep. See ya. Or you will. Thank you. All right. What is up? We are in the wind down. Let's open the phones up. Okay. Hold it. Did anybody else have anything to say? Did either one of you want to talk? Either one of you? Anybody want to talk about anything? Anything to say? Anything you want to mention? It's a good morning. All right. I didn't know if anybody wanted to join me. All right. What was that? Well, let me do Dry Zone's commercial first. Dry Zone. Oh, it's not a commercial. It's a sponsor segment. Sponsor segment, everybody. Let me get it right. Anyway, listen, Dry Zone. People say, Jim Weller, I never heard a guy love a crawl space encapsulation company so much. Well, let me break it down for you. They don't do just crawl space encapsulation. First of all, Bill and Heather are good friends of mine, and they own Dry Zone. And Dry Zone does concrete raising. It's called poly level. It's the most amazing thing if you ever saw it. I remember when we went to Jack Riddle's house, we did his sidewalk. We did our show right in his front yard. And Jack was standing there with his arms crossed like this, and he's like, this is not going to work. But his sidewalk, where it butted up to his front step, was down like that, where the rain spout or whatever had washed it away. And they drilled these holes in it, and they leveled it up. And he's like, he went from standing there like this to, that's pretty interesting. So anyway, it's called poly level. So it's the time of year you're opening up your pool. You've got some concrete around your pool, and you've got a part that's tilted up or tilted down. They can help you with a poly level, okay? Also, if you've got a crawl space that needs encapsulating, they can help you with that. If you got a basement that's leaking and maybe you've got some foundation issues and you need some help with that, they have an electrical division if you need some electrical work done. They're just a great company. Also, maybe you're looking for a new career, you know, and you want to just work somewhere that rain or shine will work you every day no matter what the weather. Dry Zone is always looking to grow. Team Dry Zone, okay? So, if you have any questions about what they offer or what they do, go to their website, which is dryzone.com. The phone number is 302-684-5034, 684-5034, or check out their new worldwide headquarters right there on Route 16 in Ellendale. It's not really brand new. They've been there 5 or 6 years, but it's Dry Zone, and they are good people, and they will do a good job for you. Now, we're going to officially open the gate. We're going to open the gate to the telephone line. So we're going to start with who wants 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to start giving away cash. After that, if time allows. Oh, we won't have enough time. Anyway, sorry about that. 2 Vanderwins gift cards. Call me now, 422 7336. It's warmer out. You're wanting to get out and about. You haven't had any ice cream in a while. 422-7336. Vanderwin's Ice Cream gift cards, 2 of them for free for you. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, Jim.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Who am I talking to?
This is Alan.
Alan, how's Alan?
Alan's good.
And
Even better now. I get to talk to you. How's Mike doing? How's my friend Mike?
Mike is doing real good. Everybody is doing good. I haven't seen Mike this morning, though. Do you know where he's at?
I don't. I thought he was at work.
Well, I think he could be golfing. Does he golf?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen him yet this morning, but, you know, you never know. I'm sure he's here. But listen, are you in the mood for a couple gift cards to Vanderwin's?
Absolutely.
And you got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville. You okay with that?
Oh, yeah. I've been there many times.
All right. And have you bought anything or just picked up Vanderwin's gift cards?
Nope. I bought a 12 by 14 shed. Was delivered last month.
How is the shed?
Very good. Very good. It's wonderful.
And what do you put in there? What do you got in that shed?
I got all lawn equipment. I got lawnmowers, lawn vacs, pressure washers, shelves for fertilizers.
Wow.
Pretty much packed up.
Sounds
Workbench,
like it.
potting soils, all that kind of stuff. Stuff I don't want in the garage.
All right. Well, fill it up so you can get another one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alan, we got your name on the list. Is that okay?
That's great.
All right. 2
I'll
gift
be there
cards.
to pick 'em up.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Yeah. She's going to show me something. Here we go. All right. I'm going to mute my mic. Oh, hold on. All right. Well, we've actually had 2 ladies stop in here this morning to share with us that they like the billboard. That was very nice. That was very nice. So, hey, on a positive note, let me put a positive spin on this billboard because all I said was the negative stuff. First of all, the phones are open. If you want a couple gift cards to Vanderwin's, call me now, 422-7336. But we are just trying to honor the life of Corporal Hecook and just say we appreciate you. And he was killed in the line of duty. A lot of people don't seem to want to talk about it, the news and so on. So we're doing our best to keep his memory alive and honor him. All right, what in the world is next? Weller's, they've told me we're open, we're busy, things are happening. So if you need anything at Weller's, we will take care of you. But we are kind of busy today. Is that the phone? For real? Caller, are you there?
Yes.
And who am I talking to?
Yes, this is John from Georgetown.
Is it John from Georgetown?
Disappointed at what you've done with that billboard.
Well, what's wrong with the billboard?
Well, I think it's too political and it's not good for your business.
Now, what's political about it?
Well, you know it's against the president.
Well, it's not against him. I mean, how do you feel, John, that the President of the United States has not said anything publicly about this man's death? So,
Yes, it has. It's been in the paper.
no.
It's been in the Wilmington paper.
And he writes the paper? I mean, have you ever heard him with his own mouth recognize the loss of this gentleman?
Well, I'm sure he has.
Well, I mean, have you heard it?
You're surmising that he hasn't. And
Well-
to me, that's just...
Well, can you surmise that he has? I mean, I'm asking you, John, do you know for a fact that he has done this?
No, but do you know for a fact that he hasn't?
No. So I'm going to run with what I know because I'm being told also by the family that he hasn't.
Well...
So I'm asking.
I think it's very shameful.
Okay. Well, do you consider that your opinion?
Well, yes, I would, and I wouldn't give you any good advertising. Thank you.
Well, hold on, John. Don't go away. Did he? Listen, I don't need you to give me good advertising. Do you understand that?
No, because you're getting some bad now.
Right. How am I getting bad advertising? What's bad about this?
Because of that, if you want to put something on the billboard, why don't you put on there the big lie, January the 6th?
What
You
if
put that on there.
what if I put on there I love Jesus? Would that offend you?
That would be good.
So you would not find that offensive?
No, I would not. That would be good.
Do you know some people would find that offensive?
I doubt it.
What world do you live in, John?
I'm not in the Republican world.
No, this isn't a Republican or Democratic thing. You know that, don't you?
Yes, you know it is.
What, you think just because he's a Democrat he did something wrong? Is that what you're implying?
I think you're disrespectful to the president.
How am I
Think that.
How would
Very
you?
Disrespectful to the president.
Is it because he's a Democrat?
No. No.
So what is disrespect? You know I didn't do this. You know that, don't you?
Well, all reports have that you did.
Well, every interview I was in, I clearly made it clear that it was not my idea.
Well, it was a bad idea, whoever it was.
Okay. Well, John, can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
Do you have anything good you can say?
Well, not about that, no.
No, but anything.
Well, yeah, life is good.
Life is
But,
good.
I mean, we don't need all this slander.
Okay.
You know, that's slander.
Okay.
You know,
And what would
if
you
somebody
like?
Put something on a bulletin board, you know, against somebody you didn't like, you wouldn't like it either.
I probably wouldn't, but I don't know that I would not deal with somebody over it. Have you ever dealt with Wellers?
Well, I was going to buy a trailer
Right.
within the next few weeks.
And what happened?
Well, because of this deal right here, I wouldn't buy anything off of you. I would not.
Are you sure of that?
Exactly.
And how should that make me feel?
Well, I don't like somebody that is, you know, that does stuff like that. That's too much like Donald Trump. You know?
Well, what did Donald Trump do? I mean, are you upset with
Well, I
him?
mean, all the rhetoric he had and all that, this is the same thing.
Right. Well, listen.
It's political rhetoric.
Well, listen. I do want to tell you, what kind of trailer are you looking for?
Well, I was looking for a 10-foot, 6x10.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you offering your opinion. Is that okay? Can I?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Do you mind if I say it's okay for you to offer your opinion?
No, I don't care.
Do you think it's wrong for me to offer my opinion?
No, I don't like the opinion on that billboard.
Okay. Well, I
I
appreciate
think it's
that.
disgraceful.
You think it's disgraceful to me or the billboard or the man that put it up?
Well, whoever idea it was.
Okay.
Very disgraceful.
Okay. All right.
If you would step back and be a Christian man like you are,
Right.
you realize it is.
And what would it have anything to do with being a Christian?
Well, I mean, it's rhetoric. You know what it is. It's political rhetoric.
Well, what do you think this phone call is?
Well, I'm just telling you how I feel.
Right.
You're the one that wanted people to call in.
Well, I wanted you to call in for 2 Vanderwood's gift cards. Do you want them?
Well, no, I don't really want.
Do you not like ice cream?
Well, yeah, but I got enough money to buy my own.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Well, John, I appreciate your call. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Folks, there's exactly what's wrong with this country. Right there. And it's not a reflection on people named John. I admire the man calling me. I think that's very nice. I appreciate it. And I hate to tell you this, but I have an opinion of opinions. Opinions are like armpits. Most people have 2, and they usually have an odor. But, John, I do appreciate it, and I'm not being sarcastic. And, folks, in reference to the billboard, if you want to know what we're talking about, it's on 113 in Ellendale, and there is advertising opportunities on the billboard. So, obviously, if you were on the billboard right now, you'd be getting plenty of look-ats. People are stopping and taking pictures of it and so on. But with that said, we are just about out of time, and I don't know what else to say. I'm beside myself. One more call. Can I take it? I don't know. 422-7336. 422-7336. I genuinely, honest engine, I don't like letting people down. I don't like people being unhappy with me. I don't know what to do in this situation. You know what I mean? Because it would be the same thing as if somebody else wanted to put an ad up there. So, here we go. Caller, are you there? Oh, I like that one. That one was short. Oh, my goodness. All right. So anyway, listen to me before I'm out of time. I just want to say, if you can stomach the billboard and need a trailer, I'd love your support in your business. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. What do you got to tell me?
Actually, I'm in this building, so I probably got to walk out because I hear you in the background.
Oh, my goodness. You're not armed, are you?
Oh, heck no.
Okay.
Actually, I'm a Democrat.
Okay.
But...
Well, can you be honest?
Question. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
How do you feel about the president not recognizing this? How does it make you feel?
Okay. personally, I think he should have maybe called the parents
Okay.
of the young man. But as far as getting public with it, I don't think he should have, because that's not his role. He's, you know, it's a local thing.
Okay.
I mean, no offense, and I feel bad for
Right.
the police officer and his family. But that's a local thing. There's cops get killed every day. There's citizens get killed every day.
Right.
But you know, and do we know? And this is a question: do we know if he actually called the family or not?
Well, they say he didn't.
You know, but
Oh, I'm out of time. I'm not being smart with you. I mean, our show's ending. Our show's ending.
oh, it's no big deal.
Okay.
I understand.
But thank you for calling, okay?
All right.
All right. Everybody, I am sorry if I have run out of time, and I do want to honestly, earnestly apologize, but the gentleman that wanted it on the billboard paid me to put it up there, and it's up there. Other than that, that's it. God bless you all. Thanks for putting up with me. Have a good weekend. I'll see you. Bye-bye. Oh, 10 seconds left on TV. All right, so don't forget about TV Delmarva. Listen, if you have any interest in being involved or having your own little program or something, give Colin a call, 242-8015. See you. Bye.